Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you could get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, this is just just a chat to see what's up with y'all, what's on you guys' mind. If there was anything that y'all wanted to talk about, I just wanted to pop on for a little bit. Um, and yeah, it's a lot of things has been happening. My latest viral videos on TikTok has been about the Carmelo Anthony case with the unaliving of Austin Metcalf, and it's been a whole lot of racism going on, child. Like, I'm just like flabbergasted. What's up, Legend of Oz? Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, Sinquavia. What's going on? Yes, make sure y'all pay the entry fee and hit the like button on your way into my house. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, Davy. Yes, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Mine was pretty chill. I did hang out. I went out Friday. I had a cute time, and then I just stayed in the house for the rest of the weekend and just made content and had some calls, and I just, I missed you. I haven't been on YouTube. It's nice to hear you. Hey. Yeah, I've been on here, but not every single day like I usually be, because I'm just, but we outside. Period. What y'all been doing? Hi, girl dad. Hey, Empress. What's up? Are you gonna talk about the? Oh yeah, we get into it. We could get into a lot of things. Let me see if I could. Let me hold up. What's up, son? Hold up. Let me open up. So I could see if I could pull up see if any of the blogs posted about it. Okay, I don't see anything on here. Let me go to all right, so we're gonna pull that up. Hold up. What's going on, love bugs? Make sure y'all smashing the like button. Hold up. Let me open this. Tomorrow we will do like a more like more specific topics. Hey, Monica, what's up? Hey, QJ. Hey, Cicely. How are you guys? What's up? Myself at AT2 thinking about opening a sector. Are you open? What kind of sector? Like talking about what exactly? Wait, let me go. Okay. All right, so this is okay. So 2 unalive, 6 injured. Oh wow, Florida State University powing. So this happened 2 days ago. I don't see any of the Caucasian people talking about this and being alarmed about this. What does the suspect look like? I know that there was a young black guy that did a pow, but he was specifically targeting somebody. I don't know that he just opened fire on everybody. I'm not making any excuses. That's crazy either way. Let's play this.
Attention.
Oh, Doby. Okay, I got you.
This is an FSU alert.
Oh, Doby?
A dangerous or life-threatening situation exists on campus. Take shelter now in a secure location. FSU police are responding. Remain alert. For more information online.
I don't think anybody's going to get to it. Oh, it's fine.
Thank you.
Anybody hurt?
No, sir. Holy.
Keep your hand.
Now I just want to take a moment. I hadn't planned to.
I don't know what that's about, but okay. It says a Florida State University student accused of unaliving 2 people and injuring 6 others in papowing at the university on Thursday is the son of a local sheriff's deputy. Oh wow. Authorities said spent time training the law enforcement and serving on a sheriff's advisory council in the years before his alleged attack. When he was taken into custody after being papowed and injured by university police, Phoenix Iikner, 20, was carrying a firearm that used to be the service weapon of Sheriff Deputies Jessica Iikner, according to officials' records. Police have not disclosed any potential motive in the papowing. There don't appear to be any connections between the suspect and any of the victims. Tallahassee Police Chief Lawrence Revel said Friday. Since the papowing, Iikner's previous classmates from his time at Tallahassee State College have said his political beliefs were extreme and they were made uncomfortable with his concerning rhetoric, including describing civil rights icon Rosa Parks as being in the wrong, defending the use of Nazi symbols, and disparaging pro-Palestine and Black Lives Matter protesters. It's not clear if politics was a factor in Thursday's papowing. More about his childhood and upbringing is also coming into focus. A review of court records show Phoenix Iikner had a tumultuous childhood with a woman identified in the documents as his biological mother, accused of removing him from the U.S. in violation of a custody agreement when he was 10 years old. Sheriff Walter McNeil told reporters that the suspect was steeped in the Leon County Sheriff's Office family and engaged in a number of training programs that we have. So it's not surprise to us that he had access to weapons. Jessica Iikner has served at the Sheriff's Department for more than 18 years, McNeil said, adding that her service to the community has been exceptional. She did not respond to a request for comment. The Sheriff's Office said Friday that Jessica Iikner requested and was granted personal leave and was also transferred to the Property Crimes Unit due to the circumstances of the situation. She previously served as a school resource officer, McNeil said during a news conference Thursday. After the papowing, the Papouan police recovered an AR-15 style rifle in addition to the 45 caliber pistol and a POW recovered at the scene inside the car Phoenix Iikner drove to campus, according to law enforcement official familiar with the ongoing investigation. The car was registered to the suspect's gunman's father. The multiple firearms indicate to investigators he may have been prepared to POW more people had he not been confronted by law enforcement, the official added. University police POW Phoenix Iikner on campus Thursday after he did not comply with commands, Revel said, adding that he did not believe Iikner fired at officers. He has significant but not life-threatening injuries and will remain in the hospital for a significant amount of time before he is taken to a detention facility, Revel said Friday. Iikner, who invoked his right not to speak when he was taken into custody, will face the charges up to and including first-degree murder once he is released from the hospital and taken to a detention facility, Revel said in a video message on Friday. The suspect gunman suffered from emotional dysregulation for which he had prescribed medication, according to a law enforcement source. Investigators were told during interviews with family members that he had stopped taking some of his prescribed medication. The source added, "It's too soon to say whether This may have played a role in Thursday's violence, but will likely be probed as investigators dig into his background. On Instagram, an account with Iikner's name and photo that was taken offline, he was publicly identified, including a biblical quote on his profile: "You are my war club, my weapon for battle. With you, I shatter nations. With you, I destroy kingdoms." So this is him. Wow. So he was a registered Republican. These people are usually entertaining, usually not for good reasons. I think it's a little too late. He's already going to be inaugurated on January. Talk about Trump. I mean, are we shocked? This is very unfortunate, but I'm just, you see how this goes, right? Whenever one of them commit a crime like this, it is automatically, oh, he was mentally ill. Oh, he was off his meds. Oh, he has some type of issues. They don't ever start to create a profile on these men, calling them thugs, talking about how they came from a broken home, talking about how, they were just gangsters and listening to gangster rap music, talking about how they were like a menace to society. They never build these type of profiles when they do these types of crimes. It's always mental illness. It's always linked back to the fact that they didn't have their medication. Every single time, it never fails. But let a black person, a young black teenager, defend himself, and then, oh, he's a thug, he's a this, he's a that. They try to build that profile, and it does not always work. It does not always work. It really doesn't. The sector will be based on politics, celebrity news, and peeping outside the past 48 hours. Okay. Malignant mayonnaise. Oh my God. Son, you are hilarious. Yep, he used his mother's exactly. Yep. It's crazy. So crazy. Oh my goodness. I know this is late. I just wanted to pop in here and say what's up to y'all. And if there was any things that y'all wanted to talk about, we could. Um, Let me see if there's anything else. I'm gonna also drop the link. It's crazy, but y'all see how they're doing Carmelo Anthony though, right? Y'all see how they're doing Carmelo Anthony. That is so crazy. Am I coming online tomorrow? I absolutely will be on live tomorrow. I will. I will. I feel like we don't ever do, like, we used to do these late night lives. Like, I would try to do them like once a week. And it just used to get a little crazy sometimes. So I was like, all right, I can't be doing this all the time because, child, the people be crazy. The call-ins be crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Group name 48 hours. Okay. What's up, Mia? How you doing, boo? I always pop in like from time to time on AT2 lives. So if y'all are like doing live streams, I'll pop in when I catch them. Yeah, I'm just doing like a random like open chat if anybody had anything they wanted to talk about or if anybody wanted to hit the link. That's it. That's it. We're not talking about anything in particular. Can I come up? Yeah, you can hit the link. Let me pin it. Anybody can hit the link. Oh,
Hey, boo.
what's going on?
What you got going on up over here?
Nothing. I just was like, let me do a live, and just an open chat. Like we just talked about the powwowing that happened in Florida a couple days ago on Thursday. Because the clear folk ain't really talking about that, but they've been making a hoopla about Carmelo Anthony. But
Oh,
I heard them saying anything about that. So
yeah, I haven't heard about that. I got a
exactly.
taste of the Carmelo Anthony, but I don't really know what's going on with that. But I haven't heard anything about. Fill me in real quick, then I'll tell you why I came on. Something I saw on your Instagram, but I'm gonna get to that. Can
Okay. So this
what?
happened in Florida. A guy, a 20-year-old clear dude, he took his mom was like a deputy sheriff, like his parents were law enforcement. He took his parents firearms and went into the school and lit it up and unalived two. Yeah, he unalived two people.
he he
And
he palm color.
yep. Mhm.
Oh, of course they're not talking about that because the last one, remember, they took homeboy to Burger King. Remember him?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they
Mm.
do. And,
Get
and
locked up and go to Burger King. Ain't that
I
something?
don't. They don't be protesting saying give them the life death penalty. They don't be saying give them the chair. Like they don't do that. And the way that they doing that boy Carmelo Anthony, like the whole situation with that is very unfortunate. But it was self defense from what we know. Like we don't have any evidence. I wasn't there. We haven't. Ironically, we have not seen any video footage. That's what's making me go Because if it was the other way around, everybody's videos would have been posted online.
Ain't Mello from my city?
I don't know, but I know that they live in Texas.
It's either him or Lala's from my city. One of the two.
I'm not sure, but I do
But
know
then,
that it happened in Fresno, Texas, I believe. Kyle Rittenhouse, exactly.
and I'm sorry, I love bugs. I didn't speak to girl. It's late. It's late.
I know. That's why I'm like, it's just a couple of us up in here. I
So,
nothing
so
much.
good. I can start some shit then. Um, so what you mix with, LJ?
Oh my god.
Come on, run these because you've been
I,
running around here parading as a monoracial woman. I need to
oh
know what you mix with, and because your hair, which a bitch is so dumb that they didn't realize that that's not your hair. Some of the time, you have to go back in the archives for that.
mm.
Um,
The video she was responding to, I did put up some pictures. I'll show you the initial video because I put pictures up of when I was like 3 years old, and then I put up a picture
mhm,
that I think I posted in my community tab. And basically, why she started going off is because I don't know remember what the hell I was talking about, but I was saying, because somebody said, "Oh, she's wearing white women's hair," and I said no, because if when my hair was this length, which is not that long ago, and I blow dried it, it looked like this. You know how it do when we get a roller set. I didn't even
mhm.
have to get a perm. We just get a nice blow dry, and it looks like this. So I'm like, um, straight hair is not synonymous with being white. That's what I was saying.
It's really not. I, my hair has no curl pattern. It has a slight wave to it. And I'm chocolatey. I know that picture might not be as chocolatey as I am. You know how our shades variate during the summer and the winter, right? And then what they think you like, you don't even read light skin to me. That's because they don't know. They haven't seen you like outside and you know what I mean? They don't know. But you a mutt though. What's a mutt? You a dog now?
Took me out. I was like,
I
whoa.
said, whoa. Right.
And then the thing is too, like when my hair air dries, it's curly. It's like a kinky curly. It's not like I don't people are I think
Weird.
I don't know what the fuck. I really don't know.
Everybody don't have. I like an example, like my sibling and my mom. They have thin hair. You know what I mean? It's no thickness or anything to it for real, for real. They got like thin, kind of straight hair, right? They
Exactly.
black. They actually darker than me. Well, black is what we call now. And why has our race been labeled and relabeled so many times?
Because truth be told, we was already here in America and they stole this motherfucking country from us. And we have a lot of land. We don't even got to go back to slavery. We talk about this all the time. We had a
Yeah.
lot of land here that was stolen from our ancestors in the 1900s. We don't got to go back to 1682. That's not what I'm talking about. Like in the 1900s, we had thriving communities. A lot of us had land and they stole it. They made fake treaties, over 500 treaties that they went back on. They didn't live up to anything. They made it seem like we were indebted, or they started to impose taxing and all of these other things. And you know how it is. It's like, say,
Hmm.
as an artist, right? You young, you hungry, you sign a label deal. You don't know what you're signing. You don't know the clauses. You just thinking you getting money. You don't even understand you got to pay that back. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's kind of what really was happening to our ancestors. They didn't really know, and it's
They
so
just was jacking
unfortunate.
them.
It's so unfortunate. Wait, let me show you. I'm going to show you the initial video that made her
Okay,
say
good.
it.
Because I may have missed. I just saw like
Oh, it's because it's on
you.
TikTok. That's why I didn't post that one on. So
You
it was
know
this.
me and TikTok. We
Yeah.
have
So
a complicated relationship.
I was responding to a white man saying that I have cultural appropriation because of straight hair.
Huh?
Exactly. Wait, why is it? What's going
Sir,
on?
you don't even have the right to comment. If you want to be honest, I mean everybody got an opinion, but you have no right to comment. You don't weigh in on this conversation. How you even think he had the right to comment?
Why can't I press this? What the hell? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to get a new laptop soon or a desktop, either way. I think it was this one. Spread love is the Brooklyn way, but then hate on someone. Oh no, how am I hating? That's not it. I think it's this one. Is your straight hair cultural appropriation? Hold up, hold up. This is me. I think I was like 3 or 4 years old, and my hair is straight. You went on to say, oh, sub-Saharan Africans don't have straight hair, they have tightly coiled hair. Hold up, hold up. First of all, I'm not African and I'm not from the sub-Saharan desert. That's with let's. So you see that picture? I was
Oh
3.
my
Did it?
God, I wanted you to talk, so I didn't say anything. But you so cute.
Thank you. You see my hair? It wasn't like super tight. You know what I mean? Like my
Mine's neither.
yeah, I didn't have a perm at 3 years old. My mother literally only would blow dry my hair and put some grease. So it was not, that was my only point. Like straighter hair textures is not synonymous only with white people. And a
It's
lot of
definitely
white
not.
people manipulate their hair. A lot of white people press their hair out and curl their hair. They get treatments too. A lot of them, their hair is like frizzy. Some of them have curly hair too. Like, and white people not the
No
only people.
shade, but the Asians was doing it too, because they've been showing their real texture lately too. Not
Hello?
straight in their hair. They doing the curly look now, trying to get some texture to it, letting it grow out regular.
This is what I'm saying. So cultural appropriation, straight hair is genetics. It's not culture. And this is what white, like some of them, these motherfuckers are stupid. Straight hair is genetics, is DNA. It does not have shit to do with your culture. Culture is a way of living, a way of life, a style.
Yeah, of
Braids,
course.
box braids, Fulani braids, that's culture. Kimonos, that's culture.
My thing is, why everything gotta be jacked? If it's given the right and proper appreciation and hookup, what is the problem? Aren't we all supposed to learn from each other? Why they so hateful?
Then he kept saying sub-Saharan African. I said, I'm not from the sub-Saharan desert. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Where he get that from? He think he did your genealogy?
I don't know what the hell. And then
Yeah.
girls started saying, "Oh, so you wearing afros is cultural appropriation then?" And I'm like, "No, because when my hair air dries, it is a really pretty curly little afro. But when my hair is blown out, it's on a straighter side. Like,
Right. It's a such thing as like heat treated, not heat treated hair. I, why is what grow out of my scalp such an issue?
I don't know." And then that's when she started making that video going in saying, "You're not even dark skinned. You don't look better than nobody." And I'm just like, bitch, like who even said that?
Can you
When
tell them that sometimes it's lighting too?
hello, I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, if you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see me. I don't
You're brown.
hello, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, when do I look like a mutt? Like what the fuck?
Girl, that's why I was like, is she trying to say it because of the wig? She must have missed your wig, but go ahead. Power to the people, Angela. You want to be
Let's stop
rude.
there.
That's what we
Second
doing.
of all, every black person does not have super tight, coily
No,
4Z
they do
or
not.
4C hair. Okay? I have type 4 hair when it's wet. It's like
What?
a curly, wavy pattern, but when I blow dry it, I don't even have to apply heat. When I blow dry my hair,
When I meant heat, I meant like flat iron. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, you
like
meant straightening, heat
yeah,
to
so
straighten.
if I just blow it out, it's not gonna be when people have like really hard, super coarse hair, they have to do we see the videos. And then she made it seem like I was trying to disparage people with really coarse hair. I don't think that's not what I was doing. I would never do that.
But the way, like,
that picture I just showed you, I was 3 years old.
uh,
My mother did not perm my hair. She did not flat iron my hair. She simply washed it and blew it out and added some grease or something to it. My hair texture is very close to what you see right now.
Exactly. It is. When it was this long
mhm.
and it was straight, it looked like this. Like a blow dry, a doobie. We would go to the Dominicans and get a blowout.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Now
That's
they
what
expensive now. They
for
used to
real.
be cheap. That used to be a cheap solution. Hit it with the
I,
blow dryer and that brush
and then this, I was showing
and
this
the
like
Vigorol.
this just my hair blown out when it was longer. I didn't have a perm in it or nothing. So I was only saying that in response to the man saying that I was culturally appropriating white people with having straight hair. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna post my
Yeah.
hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
okay. Hi, I'm Doby, and
I'm
I'm
both.
Doby Milton. I'm Doby Milton 3. I have five, matter of fact, I have a lot of channels. I have 4 channels that is Doby Milton, and each one got a number to it. Well, I hang out with AT2, and he hang out over in the B sector where I'm original from. And I was talking to him last night, tonight, about that. Let's
Mhm.
open up a new sector, and I wanted to name it, really like the next, the past 48 hours, you know.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Hey, Jay. Yes, I am B sector. So anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with the new sector that we trying to open up. So I want to know: do you want to come along, or do you want to think about it? This sector is
Um,
going to be based on celebrity news, um, politics, and what happened in the last 48 hours. You know, with your regular, like what you doing, you talking about like what happened in the last 48, 6 hours, like a couple of days ago. That's basically like what you'll be doing.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the same thing what you're doing now, because you said, that happened last week. So, hey, it's okay. You just
mhm.
picking up what was around out in the streets.
Okay. I'll think about it. I don't really join things, so I don't know. But if, like I was saying, when I said it, if y'all do like a panel or, sometimes maybe I'll pop in like when I can, because I always
Uh-huh.
look at YouTube. I'll check. I'll pop in. Sometimes I'll get his comment section or whatever, and yeah. So I'll see, what y'all got going on, and then maybe sometimes when y'all have a link present, I could click over there.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Well, you can reach me on Doby Milton 3. I'm getting ready. I'm on the eastern coast. I'm getting ready to go to bed because I go live at 4:30, 4:45 a.m. So I'm getting ready to go to bed now. Okay.
Okay.
So
Have a good.
okay, y'all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm not gonna hold no more heavy conversations. Anyway, if y'all up, y'all can come over to me. I do prayer at 4:30, 4:45, Monday through Friday. So if y'all get a chance, come over. I'll talk to you later. Please, I'm sorry.
Oh, of course. No.
Okay,
Have a good night.
you too. Bye-bye. Hey, Dane. Hey, Jay, y'all. They know me from the V sector.
Okay. Oh, she just hopped down. So that basically that's what I was talking about. That's where that all stemmed from. Was me showing a picture from when I was 3. I guess that triggered her because my hair wasn't like it it was my mother didn't have it wasn't like such a huge task to like straighten my hair or do you picking up what I'm putting down. Like I'm not trying to offend anybody or because of the texture of their hair. Like that would never be anything that I would do. That's absolutely utterly fucking
But
ridiculous.
that's not what she was doing. That's what it sounded like she was doing. From
Mm.
what I was hearing, it was more of a shame on you. You ain't black. What? Like, what? What?
Yo, she really said I was.
Ma'am. I mean that they can correct me if they feel like I'm wrong. If I'm
Oh,
wrong, comment section. Let me know. Y'all don't let the
she
lady go
called
to
me a
bed now.
mongrel. She called me a
That's
mongrel.
that's when I was like, what? That pretty
And,
much was what, and see that's low key. That's the Sadiddy way of calling you a bi
yeah, but
a
I don't even.
mongrel,
That
a
video was.
dog.
I wasn't talking bad about black people in that video. I was talking to a white man actually. So I don't even know how she inserted herself in that. That was so fucking weird. That was so weird because I made a
I'm
video
sorry, I
response.
had to bring that up.
It's crazy out here. I just be looking around like, what the fuck? Everybody wants smoke with me. Everybody wants smoke.
But it be the randomest people. It be the people that ain't even. You know what I mean? Like ain't even in a. They watching from the clouds. Woo! I think I see a UFO. Let me see if she'll pick me up. No, we not taking strangers to Petco either. I got
Period.
shotgun. I got shotgun, and I'm picky about who gonna sit behind me in the car. Okay, and you might try to get the dog that I want, mongrel that. How
Yo,
about
that's
that? Those are some. Woo, that was some sneak dissing, boy. She tried
she
sneak dissing because
you
you
was
mixed, girl.
that shit blew me too. I'm like, so she's like, I don't know what you are, bitch. What the fuck I look like?
What is she?
She said she African American and she could trace her family back to the first census.
But who say
Which
you can't?
that's what I'm saying, but I don't even believe her. I feel like that bitch is a liar. Like she don't even give. I don't know. Who knows?
She's
I
a
don't know these
motherfucking liar.
strangers on the internet. I don't know who the fuck these people are, and I quite frankly don't give
Girl, girl, what
exactly
the
my
world?
a blow dry
What's
and a hot comb at most. For
girl?
real.
We ain't doing hot coals around here. Them days is over. I'll be daggone if you burn my forehead. Girl, that's a no. Nobody
Mm-mm.
sit there for that anymore. We is okay with the kinks, coils, waves, curls, 4C, whatever you got. You know what you is. We know what we are. That's crazy to me though. It's just the stance she took on it. It was like, dang, you mad disrespectful, but since you ain't cussed me out, you know, that mean I ain't catch it. You wasn't being derogatory. So that lets you know how she really feel about mixed people. She feel like she better than them. I guess
Mm.
that's the African in her. Anyway, girl, because they don't like us. Anyway.
They said I needed everything under the sun to try and straighten my hair. Oh my goodness. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's probably why she felt some type of way. Cause I some of us don't need to do a lot for our hair to look straighter. Oh, like It just is what it is. My mother was like, "Why the fuck would that bitch call you a mutt? Like, what the?" My mother was very upset behind
Yes,
that.
mama. Yes, livid.
I
I
don't know.
hope
She
she
was like,
see this. Livid, Mama Jones. Livid.
for real. She was like, your hair always was looser. Like, you never had super. Your hair was not hard to manage. Like, your hair was always, And I'm just like, well, I don't know. Like, I wear a lot of wigs and shit, so people don't know what my like present day. But
Yeah.
I don't. I could show you pictures from when I was a kid, a fucking teenager. That other picture I think was probably from like I don't know, the 2010, 2019, 2018, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it
and your
doesn't
ponytails was long. At least they was even, girl. At least your mama could do something with your hair. Girl, I got so many pictures of me back in the day with the ponytail at the top. The one to the left. I'm gonna tell you what though. My father was the bomb because when he did our hair, it ain't look like that. My father used to do our hair. Him and one of the family friends. They was males. They used to do our hair. When he got stuck doing that hair, he figured it out. And my ponytails was straight, but I got some class pictures. She ain't know what to do with it. My hair was too thick for her. She ain't know what to do with her own hair. So early they start throwing it in there. But it is what it is. I never was one for. I never did like that really bone straight look. To me, it make me look like a wet rat. It looks so gross. Like, is it raining where you came from? Like, I can't, girl. I can't. I never could do the European silky.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
don't like that either. I mean, I used to wear really straight hair at one point, but for the most part, I think body is the way. And that's why I don't really wear, well, I never wore, like present day, especially. Y'all never see me with super bone straight hair. Like, that's not my vibe. Maybe every once in a while you might catch me, but that's rare. Like,
It goes with certain outfits. You got to
yeah,
have a certain thing on. Like, if you got on the all black cat suit and you got
okay,
a black wig and it's dead, it's bone straight. That's that's sleek. It's a whole coordinate. It's a head to toe look, but it's rare that you gonna want to be sleeked up like that.
exactly. And the texture of the hair that I've been wearing lately is like a black woman's hair blown out. It's not even like like you said, like that super silky, the texture is
Yeah, it
it's
used to be called.
texture.
We had Yaki and we had European silky or
Yes.
silky straight. And that's really what it was called, European silky, which means that if you ain't European, you ain't had no business wearing it. Okay.
Mhm.
But for the names, like, okay, so knowing that, right? I got
Mhm.
another little hard question for you. The way she was speaking and her being considering herself African American, correct?
Mhm.
Um, is she not able to be racist? Because her comments, I'm just asking. Because if she was a white person making those statements, they would be late. We would label her as racist, right? But
Yeah,
she
you know
black
how
and she was making those statements, and I just want to know: do you feel like black people can be racist or no? Because to me, she sounded real funny
I don't
about
think
that.
I don't think black people could be racist. Like that's a hill I'm just gonna have to die on. I think that
No,
she was
I'm asking.
I think she was discriminating and being prejudiced, and I think she was being a hater and like mean spirit. Because like, why are you even saying that? Why would you call me a mutt? Like, what the fuck?
They didn't
But
realize defending a white man. But anyway,
that part, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, bitch, who is even that is what gets me a lot on TikTok is that people they find a way to make what I'm saying fit a narrative when that was not the case. Like, where in that video did I say there was anything wrong with, thicker, super coily hair? I would never say that. My hair is coily too when it's air dried.
mine not. I wish it was.
Like this shit is ridiculous. I
Mine
don't know
is
what
not. Not at all. It looked like the wig in my thing, pretty much.
for
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like silky. It's more on the satiny tip. It's not, you know. I want a little texture to it. It used to have a nice wave pattern. I guess I'm getting too old, girl. The body done waved out of mine. But I prefer I got wigs that is close to the texture that maybe a texture that people is used to
Mhm.
on melanated people, which is like the ones that you wear most of the time, because they
Exactly.
assume that would be my hair texture, but really it's not. It's more like it's like Yaki. You know how Yaki it's got little waves in it. My hair is
Yes.
just like Yaki hair. That's exactly what it looks like, Yaki.
And a lot of times people don't even realize that they see us with our hair without anything. I wore my hair without nothing added. Y'all probably just didn't know because they assume that our natural hair is like fried. You get what I'm saying? Or that we don't
Mhm.
have any. So a lot of times people see American melanin rich women with their hair, they just wouldn't think that it was our actual hair.
Yep. And I'm
That's
black, y'all, cause I'm black, y'all, cause I'm black at the black, cause I'm for real. But my hair not like that. But my oldest hair is really is 4C for real. And they embraced it because it's like
yeah.
the texturism was really bad, and it came from the black community in school.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
guess where it came from? Older teachers, older black teachers. If you only knew how many older black women teachers that I had to cuss out, you
And
would be surprised.
it stems from racism and like us not being able.
Those the real mammies.
Yeah, we wasn't able to wear our hair in certain, environments in the workforce. Like that's a real thing. We don't get no grace for that, but we really did experience a lot with just our natural aesthetic. Like
Yeah, but I lived through that.
it's
I
fucked up.
lived through it. It was not cute at all. Like or not allowing like you know how when you in like high school and you might want to pull your hair up or you put on something to cover your head. We ain't talking about a bonnet or a scarf. But we talking about young teenage black girls that or girls that have some type of texture to their hair because not only black girls have texture to their hair. We're not even
Exactly.
gonna pretend like that's the case or have a curl pattern or anything like that. We're not even gonna do that. But they wouldn't let us like tie it up. And if you do something nice with the little, they got the wraps or the head wraps or the headbands. We weren't allowed to cover our hair until like a lot of like Muslim people started coming to the school. And then because they could wear it, we started arguing the fact that some days we don't want to show our hair. Or
Mhm.
you'll tell. I remember they told an African girl when I was in school that she couldn't cover her hair, and she's saying it was for religious reasons, and they still wouldn't let her cover her hair.
What? Oh no.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about how her hair wasn't up to par. I'll never forget that.
Oh no. See, and this
Oh
is why
yeah,
somebody else was wig shaming on TikTok and like, oh, do y'all see y'all wearing wigs? And I'm like, at the end of the day, at now, wigs and the way that we wear them is cultural now in our community. It's not just because we're bald, it's literally culture. The same way we wore door knocker earrings, the same way, we wear rings on every finger, the nails, it's culture. The baby hairs, like the different colors, like switching it up, it really is a part of aesthetic for black women now. And I think that people should start treating it as such and stop trying to shame us for it.
yeah, and it's
Hey
an
guys,
easier
hey
way to
Morris,
switch it
hey
up. It's
Harold.
almost like cosplaying every day.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, what's the difference? The complexion, because I definitely see a lot of like what they call e-girls, fangirls. I think they call fangirls. And
Hmm.
that their hair's pink, purple. It's long, it's short, it's curly, it's orange, it's green. Why we can't do it? And we don't want to permanently ruin our hair by constantly dyeing it.
That
That would
part.
fry your hair.
Thank you,
Anybody's
Morris.
hair.
Exactly. Hey
Just,
Hera, hey Monica, hey YouTube streets.
but just because of that, you think you got the right to call me all of these derogatory terms?
Yeah, that was I was very
That was
taken.
very hateful. We don't never do nothing like that over here unless they send for us.
Hello, the Flojo acrylics. Exactly. Like everything that we do is cultural because other people wear wigs, but look at how we wear them. And then when you see a white girl wearing a certain type of style of a wig, you are automatically going to say that she's appropriating Black culture because it's a certain aesthetic. We don't just wear wigs the same way that the Uish community do because they wear them. And I said that in a video. I'm like, y'all don't say anything to Uish women about wearing wigs. Y'all don't.
I thought the men wear it.
Oh, I don't know if the men wear it, but I know for sure the women do because I think like once they get married, they have to cut their hair off.
Oh shoot! Wait
Yeah,
a minute. See, it's different things, different places.
exactly. So
Because
if
I
that,
kind of grew up with them, so I don't. I thought the men did. The Orthodox, because they had the curly pieces in the front
yeah, I don't know if that's
and their hair in the back, and for certain ceremonies, I know that they put on wigs. The men.
they probably do.
Mm-mm.
I don't know,
That's
but you see,
crazy to me.
other people get to have their culture, their religious beliefs, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to us, we get shamed for it until people steal it and repackage it, repurpose and rebrand it. Then it becomes fashion or it becomes some other type of culture. They call it something else. You know, like even the way we talk, they say that as Gen Z talk. And I'm like, what the fuck? Gen Z is saying we talking like this since fucking forever.
Oh my God! Why do I have to tell the kids that all the time? Yes, I am a single mom. Who got a problem with it? Y'all control about that another day. Anyway, guys, I tell the kids that all the time. Like bra, bad, dope, riz,
Hmm.
uh, it's a whole bunch of words. Glizzy. Glizzy has been around forever.
Yo,
I
what else?
tell the kids that all the time.
They say pick me girl, and I hate that they say pick me girl. And it's like, no, it's just pick me. Like, what else do they say that is like literally fucking Black vernacular? And all the little white kids do it, and they call it Gen Z. I'm like, what the fuck?
Girl. Just like
That
they
shit,
took, just like but we've been on them for that ever since. What was my movie with what was her name? Hold up, give me a minute. Okay, she was Splash. Remember when what's her name? Was it Daryl Hannah? No. Who played Splash? And she came out with the braids and they started calling them the such and such braids.
oh, I
Then
remember
years later, Kim Kardashian came out with the blade. Splash was a mermaid movie with Tom Hanks and gosh,
the Bo Derek braids is what it
Bo
was.
Bodine.
Yes, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
But we had been. I used to get teased for wearing the braids back in the day. Been
Mhm.
wearing them like before that movie probably even came out. It's weird, but we've been on their necks about that. They took patents and recipes and.
Oh, that was from a 1979 movie. Hold up, let me.
Mhm. Oh well then. Oh she did she beat me to it then?
Yeah.
But they've been on her ever since.
Yep. And then you there go Kim K with it.
Yeah, she had the other ones that they was calling. What was they? They was the box braids.
Oh my
And Kim
God.
took a hold of that too.
Calling them the fucking boxer braids. That pissed me off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes, boxer.
These are Fulani braids. Like this is not. Oh, but you see how they have a white woman as the face of this? You see how they do?
Yeah, that's the lady from Splash, ain't it?
Let me see. I don't know what movie. Let me see.
I think that was the movie she was
Look,
in.
Fulani braids. Exactly. I don't know what movie this is from. Mm, I don't know. Movie.
They thought I was that old. Oh, I ain't that old. Oh my gosh. But movies hung around a longer time than they ever did. Yes. Like we would eat off a movie forever.
I said the movie was called 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
What you think he had them braids and Splash too, though? 10? I ain't never even heard of that.
Says Bo Derek in the 1979 movie 10.
Maybe splashes after that.
Yeah, let me see. Splash is a 1984 movie. I don't think she got braids. Well, let me look. Let me. I'm gonna
It's the scene where she come up out the water and she got braids in her hair.
see. This when she was a mermaid.
Yep, that's splash.
It kind of looks like a kinky, like a. I can't make it
Yeah,
big.
she come out the water in there, but she had braids when she came up out the water. Unless I'm experiencing more Mandela effect.
Yeah, because this is what it looked like. It don't look like braids. See, it just looks like a curl, a kinky.
I gotta go back and watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'll get back to you.
You can't see it.
I
Sharing the
actually like
tab.
that movie. Yeah, but it's a scene when she came about the water and I think her hair was braided. Unless I'm having a Mandela effect and I'm thinking about 10, but I don't remember ever seeing 10.
Yeah, see, it's like.
It is like a wet and wavy.
Yeah, it just look wavy. Now I want to see this movie. I love mermaid movies. Oh wait, did you hear about the movie Sinner? Everybody keep talking about that.
No, I ain't messing with it. Shorty.
I kind of want to see it.
The
You,
preview scared the living daylights out
I
me.
need,
Just the
oh, I,
preview.
for
I'm
real.
good. My windows to my soul is closed on that one.
Wait, what? I didn't even watch the preview because I'm nervous. I'm
Oh,
scared
I've
of.
seen the preview so many times and I can't never skip it.
Oh my god, what is it about? Like I don't even know. I just
I
keep.
don't know. It seemed like I don't know who's possessed or who's a vampire or what, but I know they was in like a juke joint. I'm pretty sure that it's a weird way of depicting like racism and racial injustice, but like using like maybe demons or vampires. I don't know. And then Michael B. Jordan was at the door, and the lady was getting ready to go open the door for him. She was like, "That's not your son. That's not your brother." And he was like banging his head up against the door and flipping and posing. I was like, "I pass. I pass.
No,
I
you know what's
pass.
crazy?
Find me another way to tell me a story. I can't."
Hey, I'm glad you told me that. Faith said it's a spiritual movie because I could
Yeah.
watch movies. I would like watch sometimes on like one, two, three movies. I was gonna look and see if it was on there, but there's no way in the hell I could watch that shit by myself if
No
it's like that.
sir. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
right
and at night. Oh
from the
no,
previews.
I'm glad I asked. I don't even want to see the preview.
I'm glad you said something, cause nope.
Oh, they said, can I play the trailer of it? It's probably a copyright issue if I play it.
You think it is? Cause the trailer been all over YouTube. I don't even watch nothing else.
For real? Well, some
Yeah.
YouTube. I always wondered that. I asked Storm. I said, "How do some YouTubers even react to movies and stuff? Like, what is that? Like, without getting like a copyright, unless they just don't care,
That's what I. Let me tell you something, though. I done found some whole movies on,
right?
and
Me
then I go
too.
back to show somebody where I seen it at, and it be gone. So I don't know. The
No.
whole
Oh,
channel be this video stricken.
Faith said it covers hoodoo and the magic behind music. Oh, and how the music makes the spirit. Oh yeah, I can't watch that by
Yeah,
myself.
it's the way that from the and I seen an extra long trailer, so it was about 2 minutes or some change because I couldn't skip the ad. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. I hit my sage so fast. It scared, no offense to
God,
anybody.
chill,
It's not
stop.
for me. It scared the crap out of me, y'all. No, no lie.
If it scared you, I know it's gonna scare me. Tiff said I saw it. It was good. Lots of Black American history that isn't trauma focused.
It seemed traumatic to me. From the trailer, it looked traumatic. They shot the white lady and she was still alive.
Oh my god. I kind of want to play the. I don't know. I don't want to get a copyright.
Unless you could speed it up or something. But if you do that, I hope you let Bambino in the room at night because they the protectors. Something go wrong, Bambino gonna hiss,
No, I'm not.
scratch,
I'm
growl, all that. You better
no,
let Bambino in that bed tonight, shorty. Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
watch the trailer if you want to.
Faith said, y'all, it's fine. It's not that scary. Some people don't be scared, and then some people be scared as hell. Like, I'm
Look,
very
I
scared.
don't play with that. All right, I done
can't
had too many bad experiences watching them. It's like they hide the clues too in the horror films, so a lot of stuff I be missing out on because it just don't sit right with me. And I
Oh,
done watched a couple of them over the years, and the memories are still there.
yeah, I never really like to watch scary movies. I'm not even gonna lie.
Not those kind.
Good if it would have to be daylight and I would have to be with somebody in a movie theater, like not at home because then I'm gonna be in the house scared. Like no.
Mm-mm. I watch stuff like sci-fi horror, and them serial.
Hmm.
That's kind of intriguing to me for some reason, but others I can't. Things that all I know to do is to call on the name of the Lord, and I can't watch.
Oh my
If
god.
that's my only defense, I ain't gonna be able to watch it. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Faith, why would
That
you
is
say
the one
that?
thing. Huh?
Faith gonna put the trail up in here in the Discord?
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Y'all go ahead and watch that. Did she put it in the Love Bugs Discord?
No, just in ours.
Oh my God, I'm done with her. Faith, I'm so done with you. It don't matter. I just seen it so many times. I'm traumatized at this point. I can't even avoid it. I be turning my head, trying to hit the volume as fast as I can.
From what I see, is giving Lovecraft Country. I love the Lovecraft
That's what
Country.
I was about. That's what I was thinking.
I love like that was one of my most favorite series that I ever
Well,
watched.
then you would probably be able to do that then if you could do Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft wasn't scary to me though.
Mm.
Some of it was like a little spooky. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I don't want to think about it when the girl was dancing. But I didn't watch that by myself though. Some of it was kind of spooky and I had to look away. I'm not gonna lie. But for the most part, I enjoyed it.
Oh, well, then you might. I mean,
I just
I
gotta
mean,
go. I gotta find somebody to go with me to the movies to watch it. I'm not gonna go watch it by
you'd
myself.
rather watch it in a dark movie? Like, girl, when you get off of here, just watch the trailer and
No,
then you let me know what you
I'm
decide.
scared. No, if I was with
Oh
somebody,
my God.
I wouldn't be scared.
Look, I say my prayers before I go to bed. I just seen the trailer 50,000 times. You got to see the trailer because you don't want to go into the movies and be spooked out your mind in the movie theater.
Harris says she going to the movies. Everybody keeps saying it's so good. Like that's the
It
thing.
probably is. That's how they be.
I'm gonna go on TikTok and just see somebody review. We could watch a review of it, like what people saying that they thought
I
of
ain't seen nobody review it yet.
it. On
Oh, you
TikTok,
said TikTok.
yeah, that's why I
They
kept
probably talk
seeing.
about it, but then they gonna spoil it
Let me see.
because they be spoiling it if you ain't seen it.
Let me see what pop up. Okay, so should I just wait? Let me share the screen. So y'all don't want to see like a
Oh my God.
reaction. I don't know if they're gonna give a spoiler. Let's just see. Hold up. Oh,
They
as a
might not
critic.
have pizza. Look, that one looked like a clip almost underneath of that.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Like with them. Okay.
Give you my honest review. I know you probably saying, "Oh, here we go." No, I'm actually saying how beautifully it depicted where your sin could lead you if you continue to ignore it, if you continue to fall for it, if you continue to let it in. I know many people see the title and
Why
say
I had
sinner,
to tell it that way?
demonic. No, we are all sinners, correct? This movie isn't going to cause you to sin. Right? There's minimal X-rated scenes, and it's not really a horror film. I think what was the most scariest part is where I could land if God actually told me, "Away from me, I never knew you." But this movie shows, for one, it's beautifully made, right? But for two, it shows you how much the devil actually does know you. I know many of you don't want to be honest about that, and you hide your sin from the world. This movie Sinners would get you right, because personally, I'm okay. I'm okay without continuing on with the sin that I love so much. I'm okay.
He didn't spoil it. Let's see what he say.
So I just got back from watching Sinners. Please don't believe the fucking hype. Whatever the fuck people been saying about that movie, they ain't saying it justice. That's one of the best fucking movies of 2025.
Oh, wow.
That's not a fucking movie. That wasn't a fucking movie that we all sat in there and fucking watching. That was spiritual, ancestral, fucking time warp concoction. This shit was dog. Out the gate, you feel the energy shift. The cinematography, my nigga. But how they incorporate hoodoo, not in a negative way, but as a genuine part of the actual story, that's how you make a fucking movie. Ancestral ties, the rituals, the dancing, the ceremonies. My nigga, you feel the presence of our people. You feel our fucking roots. That shit hit you in your motherfucking soul, cuz. The way the blues music was used, you feel the weight, the pain, and the strength of black people in every note. Just how creative we fucking are. Just how fucking tired we are of all this shit. But at the same time, still find some way to find joy in this shit. Like, you can put us in a drowning fucking river and we'll still find something beauty in this shit. I don't know if that shit makes sense, but that's how that shit was orchestrated, dog. It's like the music was telling our story without any character having to speak. I don't know if that makes sense, but the music within itself was saying so much. And just by how they displayed how unapologetically they were in pain. Damn it, I wish I had the words. The messaging, though, is heavy as a bitch, but it's definitely needed. I swear you fucking leg closed just because they smiling in your motherfucking face. Don't let too many people in your motherfucking house and or within your vicinity. Motherfuckers are energy drainers. Actual vampires out in this bitch. Now, they use actual vampires. We have energy vampires, which motherfuckers is people who just don't mean you no motherfucking good. But even just the bond with the brothers, even till the end, when one got turned and the other one was on the other side of righteousness. I don't want to spoil the movie for a lot of y'all because there's no crazy ass ending. Just how the power of brotherhood has the ability to transcend any boundary put in its place. That is one of the parts that I truly admired about the fucking film within itself. And back to the hoodoo, about the divination that was displayed in the readings, throwing of the bones, throwing of whatever materials that was around her that she could utilize to anticipate what was going to happen next. The incorporation of hoodoo and ancient practices that still go on to this day that were embedded in that movie deserves an Oscar within its motherfucking self. That was one of the best movies of 2025. If you have not seen fucking Sinners, bro, it's so many hidden things within it. That's one of the movies you gotta run back. You gotta keep rewatching it because it puts you in a mindset. I want to say Black Panther because it has so many different layers that you're not going to get that on the first watch. You're going to get what you get from it, but it's one of them things you got to just sit and marinate with that shit. Ryan Coogler, God bless you, my nigga. That was one of the best fucking films I purchased. I bought 4 tickets. I spent down there $100. Ain't gonna lie, $100. But it was worth watching, bro. So if y'all haven't went to go see Sinners, please go do yourself the greatest service of 2025. Go see that fucking movie.
Yo, that was a motherfucking review.
He was fine. Yeah, I see you clicking.
I'm nervous. I don't want to click the rest of this, but
I was looking at that one right there that looked like, but I don't know. Yeah, it looked like it's showing something. That's why I don't know if you wanted to do that. But watch the
I watched Sinners.
What you said, boo? What you said before I played?
Oh, I said, but watch when you get a chance. Just watch the trailer for yourself before you go in.
Okay.
That's
I
all
gotta
I was
get
saying.
somebody to go with me to see it because now this is making me want to see it.
Hey,
And there's one thing I got out of it.
No, I wasn't trying to stop you from going to see it. I was The
No,
preview
I
was
know. I'm scared too. Shit. But the way that man just put it, like that shit sounds like,
yeah, but why would you? Not mine.
That I haven't seen anyone talking about. How the Asians played a role in the downfall of the Black community. See, in America, we have always been focused on Black and white issues, slavery, racism, and so on. But why does no one ever talk about the role the Asians also played in the downfall of the Black community? See, in Sinners, Bo Chow and Lisa Chow made some selfish decisions. Their daughter was at their store. The vampires were threatening to get her. Smoker Stack, one of the
Told
He
you.
giving it away too much.
But he told that it was vampires. I don't know how I feel about using that depiction. I mean, I get it. You tell your story different way, you know. But personally, Like I leave vampires, they supposed to be the deliverers of the darkness. Ah. I don't know. But I guess
this is a review. Sorry. Let me see if I can pull it.
Mm.
What Faith sent is a review. She said it's a review on YouTube without spoilers. So let me see if I can play it. Pull that up. Let's see. I thought this was just the trailer that you sent. That's why I was like, oh.
That's what I want you to see, the trailer. So that you can make a decision. Because the trailer may be misleading, you know, but it looked like, you know, some it like Eve's Bayou times 10. That's what it looked like to me. But I was thinking Lovecraft. If you watch Lovecraft, but is it vampires in that?
Lovecraft Country was freaky as hell. It
Is it
had
vampires in it?
it wasn't vampires, but it had like demonology in it. It had like spirits from the past. It had some shit where a woman was like a black woman was able. It was a lot of magic and stuff. She shape shifted into a white woman and was able to live as a white woman. This is back in like the 50s, like during Jim Crow. Like the shit was fucking insane. I don't even know how to explain that show. Like I gotta watch that again.
But you might not have you might not have a problem with that. I don't know. I knew it had some symbolism to them. It's just the way that they chose to tell it. I miss a lot of stuff because I don't watch certain things, you know.
Okay, so right now we're playing Black Witch Yaya.
She's pretty.
She is. And I liked her intro. I don't know if that was an intro, but what was playing before I started to, you know, like before I pressed it. All right.
They say every song carries a spirit. Some lift you, some warm you, some warn you.
Wait, let me speed this up because I don't want to get a copyright. Shouts out to this creator. Wait, not Sleeper. What the hell? Fair use. Make it a little faster. Okay.
And some summoned something you didn't even know was listening. In the deep woods of Mississippi in 1932, where the air is thick with sweat and secrets, a juke joint rises, and with it a sound so raw, so haunting, so beautiful, wakes the dead. This isn't just a movie about vampires. It's a story about sin, about sound, about what happens when rhythm becomes ritual. And in this film, the real monsters don't come from hell. They come from history.
That's fire. I like her intro, but we're going to fast forward a little bit.
And thank you to Warner Brothers who invited me to an early screening of the new movie Sinners. So since then, I have seen the movie a few times, and it's going to be hard to do this video without giving spoilers. But I promise you, once the movie is released sometime in the future, we will do a full detailed breakdown to give y'all a chance to watch it. But make sure you guys catch it in theaters. It was released yesterday, April 18th. So make sure if you don't have any weekend plans, even if you do have weekend plans, cancel it and go watch Sinners. And I'm going to give you guys a somehow spoil-free breakdown of the movie and some of my takeaways. I'm going to see it a few more times, because it's one of those movies, like you know, certain channels, they play this movie all the time, but somehow you still want to watch it. I feel like it's going to be one of those movies where it's like, oh girl, Sinners on. But you just want to watch it. And I feel like that's good for us spiritual people too, because each time I watched it, I noticed something else different. So even in this overview breakdown, I'm sure it's going to be something that I missed that y'all are going to tell me in the comments, but try not to spoil it, okay? It's been 24 hours. So the movie in general, there's something haunting and beautiful that lingers throughout the film and lingers with you, not because of the monsters, but because of the questions that it asks throughout the movie. Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, is that kind of film that leaves you wondering, questioning things, reflecting on life. And for those of you guys who are like, I don't like scary movies, I can't do it, it's not one of those. It doesn't scream horror. It kind of sings it like horror. It does that. From the moment the movie starts, it pulls you into the humid air of 1930s Mississippi, a time soaked in secrets, soul, and sins. So at its core, Sinners is about return. Two twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan. It was great. I don't even know how they were able to edit that. So they leave behind the fast, gritty, smooth talk of Chicago to bring a new rhythm to their hometown by opening up a juke. while it may sound like, oh, they're putting up a joint, oh, it's going to be about family drama and chasing the dream, it's much more layered, and it quickly reveals itself to be much more layered. It's about identity, ancestral memory, and the thin veil between the living and the dead. There's a lot of duality. Of course, they're twins, but light and shadow, caution and chaos mirrors the human experience in general and our life's journey. And their opposition throughout the movie kind of shows that the parts that we deny in ourselves is still needed to save us, because you would think, well, this person more cautious, listen to them, or this person is more risky, listen to them. It shows how both is needed, and there needs to be a balance. Now let's talk about the heartbeat of the film, the music. Music in Sinners is not just a backdrop, it's the spell that calls forth the spirit of the story. The Jew joint is more than a party, it's a sanctuary. It's where confessions are made, healing begins, and the line between celebration and possession blurs. Every guitar string up, every moan that escapes the harmonica, it carries history, tells a story, pain, joy, resistance. The guitar in particular holds sacred symbolism in the film. It's more than an instrument, it becomes a portal. The importance of the guitar kind of reminds me of the story of Robert Johnson. I did a video on him in February, and the myth of the blues man who met the devil at the crossroad and exchanged his soul for music. Sinners doesn't retell that story, but it nods to it respectfully and eerily. The guitar in this film is stained with history, and what it plays, it doesn't just move the crowd, it stirs the spirits. One of the most powerful threads in Sinners is how it honors the music our ancestors carried, not music that was handed to us, but music that rose out of us. There's a line delivered by Delta Slim that is just so powerful. He said, the blues wasn't forced on us like that religion was. And that distinction is everything. While religion was often weaponized against us, used to shame, silence, and control, blues music became a language of survival. It didn't come from books or pulpits, but from the open wounds and back porch truths. In Sinners, it seems like the blues become a ritual in itself that the spirits answers to, literally, because I don't want to tell y'all. Okay, so this is not a spoiler, but as soon as Sammy got his hands on that guitar and started singing, stomping, and the spirits come. And also pay attention to that scene too, because it's so beautiful, because it gives like a visual representation of how music has transcended over time from Africa to throughout slavery, throughout times, and how we still carry that gift with us, and how people have that gift and can channel spirits, can evoke emotion, and what comes out. So make sure you pay attention to that scene. And if you've seen that scene, let me know how you felt watching it, because I was like, this is so beautiful. Whoever thought of that, like, this is where Sinners becomes more than a horror film. It's kind of like a meditation on what we inherit, on what we choose to carry, on what happens when the music is too sacred to be played just for fun. And it also shows the religious opposition that comes with blues music being referred to as devil's music. Even Sammy, who is the guitar player in the film, his father is a pastor, and he states, oh, if you keep dancing with the devil, one day he's going to follow you home. And we kind of see that manifest throughout the film. But his father kind of was the representation of how a lot of religious people felt about the blues, and how they were taught to not to go against it, because it's the devil's music, it's not church music. So it shows the mindset of religion and the control that religion had during that time. One thing that I love, the spiritual elements in this film are very detailed. It's not exaggerated or overly glamorized, but grounded in like real Southern folklore and hoodoo practice. There's a woman by the name of Annie in the film who owns a spiritual shop that looks like a little shack where she only serves food. You want some catfish, you want some grits, but you can also get some powders and some high john. It's one of those. It's lined with jars, candles, roots, and her quiet, sweet power. There's also a scene where you can see the power and protection of garlic being used, not just a stereotypical crucifix like, oh God, there's a demon, let's hold up a cross and it's magically going to disappear. No, it shows how hoodoo and the elements of nature and things that come from nature are utilized within these spiritual forces to either bring in or cast out. There's one scene where Stack goes to visit Annie at her spiritual shop, and she's charging up his mojo bag, and she have to put in oils and prayers, and I'm like, this is real like specific, because usually in films magic is portrayed like very magic, like things floating and falling over. Like, no, it was hands-on. Like, I am going to charge this with my hands. I'm going to use stuff in these random jars and these random mixes, stuff that my grandma taught me. Like, it was so specific. You know how sometimes in movies where it's like spiritual references and you're like, we don't do that. Like, I never seen that happen. That's not how it works. But in this film, I said, yeah, right. Yeah, you do need salt. Yeah, okay, yeah, garlic for sure. Like, it was, I have stuff in my cabinets. Like, this is good. Also, the air is thick with haint talk. I did a video on haint. So if you don't know what a haint or a skinwalker is, make sure you know before you watch the movie, because it's amazing how the vampire and the haint was kind of coexisting at the same time before it was fully identified as a vampire, which shows how these spirits actually do exist. It's nothing new, it's just a new version of it. Also with the vampires, they just don't burst in and start biting people. They wait. because in this world and it's shown in a movie, evil still needs permission to cross your threshold. A nod to old world beliefs that your home is your altar. That's why there's little hoodoo sayings or folklore sayings that you're not supposed to have a welcome mat outside your door because you're welcoming in spirits, or don't open your door to everyone, or keep a broom by your door. And if it falls, that energy doesn't need to be in there. There's always some type of form of protection when it comes to thresholds, whether it's lining it with salt or brick. It shows, I'm like, it's so spot on specific. I'm like, Ryan Coogler, like, is your grandma a hoodoo lady? Like, how did you know to put all these little references and sprinkles of hoodoo so specifically and placed in certain areas? It's good. You're not gonna walk away mad like Childish trying to make us sound evil. No, hoodoo is used as the savior in this movie. And maybe the most haunting symbolism is how these vampires aren't just monsters, they are metaphors, spiritual representations of what feed on us, our traumas, our temptations, our inherited burdens. The way they operate feels less like fantasy and more like spiritual commentary. They mirror the sins we let in without knowing and the ones we pretend we've locked out. Ryan Coogler has crafted something rare here, a film that just doesn't entertain, it evokes. And in doing so, he reminds us of the sacredness of stories, of how Black Southern spirituality, music, and memory are all woven together into something resilient, something alive. If you're looking for something predictable, this ain't it. If you try to guess the ending, I promise you it's not the ending. Sinners is like poetry, but with fangs. It sings of the sins we, the ones we bury, and the ones we inherit. So as the lights come up in the theater and the last note fades, you're left not just shaken, but shifted in a way. Speaking of the lights coming up in the theater, let me give you guys a quick little cheat sheet for the film. When the credits roll, you don't roll out. You stay seated. You stay seated until you see that Warner Brothers logo pop up. You know what? You stay seated until the staff asks you to leave because you don't want to miss anything. The closing scene is not the closing scene. Also, listen to the lyrics of the song and what's going on in the movie. And pay attention to the placement and the importance of the guitar as well. And watch my video on Haints. So I feel like we did good here. I don't feel like I gave out any spoilers, but I can't wait to fully talk to y'all about this movie because it's just so relatable. You're going to see yourself in the movie because, we are all sinners, But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And if you watch Sinners, know your thoughts down below. Don't give any spoilers, okay? Please don't give any spoilers. Let's at least give these people a week so they can watch it nicely in IMAX. Oh, y'all, watch it in IMAX. Like, at first, I didn't get the difference of it, but IMAX, it feels like I was sitting in the middle of the movie and I was just watching people like this. Like, it felt like I was in. Like, I felt like I needed to check. Like, it just felt like, okay, so what's going on? I felt surrounded by the movie. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Again, let me know what you think about the movie Sinners down below. Let me know if you're contemplating watching the movie, you're not sure yet, what's holding you back. Let's have a discussion below. But make sure you go to a theater near you and watch Sinners. This is going to be a witchy hoodoo Black classic. I can feel it coming. It's such a good movie. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And like I always say, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Until next time, you guys.
That was a really good breakdown. And I don't feel like she gave it away, but I feel like she kind of like gave like a generalization of what you could expect. Mia, you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Nora said, why does she call herself a witch? Because she is.
That's what she says she is.
That's funny. Thank you for sending that. I thought you were sending a trailer, girl. I was scared. I had to keep looking. I'm like, oh, it says breakdown without.
I'm gonna have to send you the trailer, but I'm gonna zip my lip on that movie. I'm gonna let that one roll off my back. Hey,
we about to get out of here. Thank you for calling in. As always.
Bookie, thank you for having the call in.
Of course. I'm wondering where the hell everybody else at, but it's literally 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know what I expected, but I'm surprised it's this here. Well, up, period.
This my time right here.
I be up too. And I be trying to go to sleep. I'm like, why don't I sleep? Like, I'll sleep for like an hour or two, and then I wake up, and then like I sleep off and on. It's so weird. I don't know what that's about, but
because the planet is off track. We can feel it.
And even time, all of this shit is made up.
Everything messing us up, and we can feel it. If you in touch, you feel it.
For real, like everything has been off balance. I've been trying to recalibrate for a while now, but it's all good.
It's all right. I still want you to watch that trailer and then tell me if you're gonna watch it or not.
I'm gonna watch it in the morning, though. Not right now.
I don't know how to send an ad, so I've seen it as like an ad in the middle of a video. So I know how to send it to my phone, but I don't know how to actually send it to you. I
I
don't
can
know if the
find this
trailer
shit
is there or not. You probably could look it up and find it.
and now that I watched it, like watch reviews, it's come up on my FYP. As soon as I start
Huh?
scrolling, I said now that I watch the reviews, it's gonna come up on the FYP because that's how the algorithm that's how the algorithm works. Like once you watch some of something, it shows you more of that.
Of course. And once you open, girl, you talk about something, open your phone if it's sitting near you, and it'll
That
show you
part.
stuff. But that's a different thing that I noticed. You
It's
say it out loud and you come back and it's, oh, we got a YouTube video for that. I'm like, how you get it from my phone through my TV to my TV and they not connected? But anyway, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on. So if I send you pictures with me with my tinfoil hat on, that's because I know they reading my thoughts.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Oh, but it was good to hear from you again. I'm glad you taking your in and outs and chilling back because people calling you mutts and mongrels and
Oh my
they
god,
want to fight and good Lord have mercy. We lying on people. You taking people's channels. Um whew, oh God.
yeah, it's
Uh,
honestly 2025 has been a lot. Since the year
yeah, it
started
is.
in January. It started off in January and it has kept coming. It's been
According to their calendar, because I feel like New Year's is now, like in the spring,
yeah.
when
I'm
everything come back to life.
I agree. I agree. Empress Mimi said, I like being a witch and I'm going to try to practice more and learn more. Period. I believe everybody should be who they are. You know,
Mm,
I don't I do stuff that people would consider I like the term alchemy. I don't ever say I'm a witch because I don't look at myself like that. But I do burn me a candle. I'm always taking herbs, using herbs. I
mm,
think that's kind of like things that I learned from my grandma.
yeah,
That's
good.
it.
It's
And
good to be had that wisdom still alive. Mine's is still kicking too, Chad.
for real. It's just unfortunate that they demonize everything that we do naturally.
Yeah,
That's the only part. Like natural stuff. We literally even like how we cook or natural remedies we use for if we have a cold. Like we would have been considered like witches back in a certain point of time. Like maybe trying to burn us at the stake for knowing how to use certain herbs. It's
but
crazy.
you remember I told you, I don't know if you remember, like a while back, I was telling you about how they wouldn't call the doctor before they called the witch doctor.
Yep.
Or what they would call the plantation doctor was usually what we call now, right? A black person, because we don't know. It could have been an indigenous person. It could have been who knows? Because anything that was different than white was enslaved. Let's just put that out there. So whoever they would call them, and the herbs that we knew. That's the thing. If we all came, I'm sorry, if we all came from Africa, right? I know some of us did, right? But if we all came from Africa, how did the witch doctors that was here know what herbs and medicine to use that grew here naturally? If they weren't already here using it,
Hello.
you wouldn't know about herbal medicine in your particular region because at that time they couldn't travel like that. It's not like getting on a cruise or anything like that. So some of them had to be indigenous because how would they know what to use that grows here? A person might know what to use in Africa if they were in Africa, right? But when they come over here, they don't know nothing. They don't know the language. They don't know anything. How would they know, the herbal remedies for here in North America?
I agree. And I always say the same thing about knowing how to tend the land.
Yeah, how would they?
Know how to tend the land from a landmass that you're unfamiliar with. None of it makes sense.
That's utterly impossible, for real, for real. But
A
it
lot of the
is.
drugs starting to come out. They can't hide it but for so much longer. It's starting to come out.
Some of it been out. It just been highly, what's the word? It was highly negotiated against. Put it like that. But it's been out there. It's just been, it's labeled as conspiracy and this and that and the third. You know how that is.
And
Oh,
that's
y'all
all
just want to be this.
it's all intentional because if you could displace a people and rename and reclassify, then you could take their shit and they won't know a thing.
It's called systematic. Systematic racism.
It's
It's
crazy.
systematic. It was something that I will give them props because that's an ingenious thing to be able to do. You done messed up a whole generation to generations to generations to generations to generations. Girl.
Just by lying. Erasure, exactly, son. Erasure. Just by lying, stealing, and they're honestly, lo and behold, they're doing it now. Like now they're calling us the racists. They're doing rallies saying protect white people from black people. Like they're trying to do it right now, like victimize themselves while
Oh
actively
my
being
God.
perpetrators of the most heinous crimes. Like the shit is mind fucking boggling to see. We're living through it. And that's why I be going so like I don't even know. I wouldn't even say I go hard, but I just say what the fuck everybody want to say, and I don't give a fuck. I guess I'm a martyr. It is what it is.
Well, because they keep saying we complaining all the time.
No, they be calling me a racist because I say, white people mad at
Oh.
shit. Like I be saying, hey, we've been here. I'm not African. I'll be getting it from everybody. But it's
Can't
all
get
right.
mad. Facts is facts. It's the facts.
But they just want us to continue to be indoctrinated and to believe a revisionist history that was given to us by people that literally fucking oppressed, enslaved, lied, raped. They literally used to eat us. Like that's some fucking sick.
Yeah.
And we're just supposed to believe what they told us about who we are. That logically does not make any sense. Logically, does that make any fucking sense? Why would you trust a person that literally hates your fucking guts?
That's where I have my problem with organized religions. And I just watched something on the history channel. I was surprised to see that on there, but they was talking about them learning more about the Moors and how the Roman Catholics took over the Moors and how some of the Moors got aligned with some of those and how Christianity took out the rest of the Moors. And we know the Moors were black people, right? That was supposed to come from, some type of Israel tribe, one of the tribes of Israel, one of them 12 tribes. But anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that. But I just
You
watched something like
right,
that about how they like erased history. So it's like I don't trust Christianity, but at the same time, you know how like people celebrating certain things or doing certain things in their life may be traditional.
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable when I break the tradition. So that's where my thing is. I'm like, so why would you think something right came from the slave masters and then you go and find out that this book predates the Bible? They played with the Bible. They gave you bits and pieces and changed it around to mean this, so this means that. And I just was like, so I have a problem with organized religion. Like I just
Yeah,
can't get with it, but I still don't feel comfortable necessarily exploring because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough information listed as far as we concerned, especially here in America, that we would know. You know what I mean? Like you might get the mess. You might think you're doing something right and get the mess up with something, and all your hair fall out and your whole family curse later on.
I want to play y'all this from this white guy. I'm gonna play y'all two of his videos and then we're gonna get out of here. But you're right, Mia. Before I play it, I just my father is very, very different. And he's a lot responsible for how the way my mind works, even though we do not agree on everything by a fucking long shot, because Jesus Christ. But he literally would tell me, like, what if everything you taught was to work against you? To work against you. Everything that you know about yourself that was taught, even in the healthcare system, is based off of the anatomy of a 40-year-old white man. The food pyramid, the way that they administer medications, the way that they study our bodies, the way that they draw our blood. And then he said, even as far as religion goes, how do you know that you're not intentionally conditioned to praise a God that is against you? And I said, oh my fucking God. My father would talk about shit like that when I was a teenager. How do we know that we're not actively speaking against ourselves by using certain prayers and saying certain words and praising certain fucking deities? What if they gave us some shit to keep us down? It makes perfect fucking sense though.
But see, my dad said he had those same questions, But the way he answered it to me, right, was if you believe God, and I'm not saying I agree, but me and my father kind of think alike too, but I still don't trust, you feel me? So he said that the way he looks at it is, um, like, don't you think if God is the true and he's the all powerful, that he would, any way he would find a way to get his message to you? And I had to think about it like, okay, that's another way to look at it. But when the message has been distorted, is that really God behind it? You know, like, I, I don't know, but I still don't feel comfortable watching
Europeans.
vampires and zombies. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's play
I'm
this.
not ready for that yet. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Then we out.
Always been liars. This isn't about lying in the ordinary sense. This is about fabricating entire realities, legal, theological, cartographic, then killing anyone who didn't believe them. Europeans called the world undiscovered while standing on thriving civilizations. The Apache didn't need maps to know their land. They knew where the water rose in spring, where the antelope migrated, and where a single footprint meant a traveler passed 4 hours earlier. Meanwhile, Europeans drew maps where entire continents were labeled as terra nullius, nobody's land, to justify stealing things they could never understand. To this day, land acknowledgments are needed because the truth was so systemically buried. Between 1600 and 1900, the U.S. signed over 500 treaties with indigenous nations, every single one broken, ignored, or reinterpreted. The Apache relied on honor-based diplomacy. Truth was action, not paper. If a promise was made, it was backed by kinship obligation, not loophole-ridden documents. Europeans, on the other hand, wrote treaties in foreign languages, imposed deadlines impossible to meet, and used delay as a tactic of dispossession. A document in Latin isn't truth, it's just a spell of empire. The Catholic Church claimed it held the truth of God, then used that to justify genocide, rape, and forced conversion. The doctrine of discovery, papal bulls of 1452 and 1493, told Europeans they could take any land not ruled by Christians. Meanwhile, Apache cosmology separate truth from ecology. To lie about the land was to break harmony with it, a crime not just against humans, but against the earth itself. Europeans burned libraries, retranslated Bibles to suit monarchs, erased oral traditions because they couldn't control a truth that wasn't written down. The so-called European Age of Enlightenment was founded on stealing, distorting, and rebranding global knowledge. They denied the circulation of blood until Harvey said it, though it was already known in Yoruba, Chinese, and Ayurvedic medicine. They claimed to invent inoculation, while Ottoman women, West African healers, and Quechua shamans had practiced it for centuries. The Apache knew the uses of over 500 plants in their region, while Europeans were still bleeding people to balance humors. Truth for Europeans was never about accuracy, it was about authority. When the US government began counting Apache people, they counted full-bloodedness by phenotype, then altered that to strip land claims. The census became a lie told with numbers, not to describe a people, but to erase them bureaucratically. In Apache oral memory, you are who you walk with, not what fraction a settler writes on a form. Europeans, by contrast, invented truth that only existed on paper, and killed to enforce it. The British called their empire free, while running the largest human trafficking operation in history. The French said liberté, while massacring Algerians, burning villages, and beheading resistance fighters. The Americans spoke of freedom, while starving the Apache, exiling Geronimo, and kidnapping children for boarding schools. The lie was never just spoken, it was weaponized, wrapped in law, dressed in velvet, then dropped like a guillotine. The Apache didn't need lawyers to tell the truth. They lived it. Europeans needed courts, wigs, chains, and ink, because their truth was never real. It was always written, reworded, and revised to maintain control. So when people ask why we don't trust the system, it's because the system was built by people who'd never told the truth a day in their history. Cope. Europeans have
All right, let's play this.
Europeans didn't inherit history. They burned it. Not out of ignorance, but because they knew the truth would void the receipts. The truth would collapse the entire storyline. So they rewrote the narrative in powdered wigs, hiding genocides under Latin and renaming every theft as discovery. This wasn't documentation. It was branding. Europeans didn't study other civilizations. They studied how to erase them and still pass the test. The moment they touched a library, it caught fire. Egypt, the Rosetta Stone was looted. The nose of the Sphinx was blown off. They stood over the ruins and declared Africa illiterate. India, Nalanda, one of the world's oldest universities, torched. 9 million manuscripts vanished. Then they published textbooks claiming Europe invented math. Mesoamerica, over 5,000 Maya codices burned in church bonfires called satanic, and then centuries later copied for European astronomy. Mali, Timbuktu had more written texts than all of medieval Europe, and France buried them in sand until African scholars smuggled them out in the dark to preserve their own knowledge from European archivists. This isn't history. This is a global arson scene, and the suspects kept the ashes. They didn't just erase, they rebranded. Algebra becomes Western math. Optics becomes Galileo's dream. Surgery, astronomy, navigation pulled from Arabic, African, and Asian sources, stripped of origin, and resold in powdered French as the Enlightenment. They erased the Ethiopian roots of early Christianity, the Nubian queens who governed astronomical calendars, the zero-based logic of India, the land stewardship of the Haudenosaunee, the feminist inheritance of the Ibwa, and replaced it all with a montage of pale men thinking in cellars. They didn't progress. They plagiarized and pretended to be the source. The Renaissance wasn't a rebirth. It was a break-in. While Europe was still exercising women for having dreams, the Islamic world had hospitals, legal scholarship, chemistry labs, and academic peer review. And when Europe finally woke up, it did so by translating Arabic texts, texts that had already preserved Greek, Indian, Persian, and African thought. Ibn Sina becomes a father of medicine with a Latin name. Ibn al-Haytham becomes a precursor to optics, even though his work predates Descartes by half a millennium. This wasn't a rediscovery. It was relay theft, with the baton of knowledge passed through fire, and then whitewashed mid-sprint. Even their map slide. The Mercator projection stretches Europe, shrinks Africa, and centers the world around imperial delusion. The Middle East is only middle if Europe is the sun. Western civilization includes Australia and Canada, but not Ethiopia and Mexico, even though they had alphabets before Greek even existed. They called Africa tribal and forgot Europe was governed by inbred warlords in muddy castles with no plumbing. They called Haiti violent and named cities after Napoleon. They called indigenous science myth and European mythology canon. They stole bronze from Benin, called it art preservation, and then locked it behind glass and slapped a plaque on it that says gift. Stolen artifacts were labeled generous. Massacres were called missions. Human trafficking was called trade. This isn't historical confusion. It's weaponized curriculum. The lies are maintenance. The truth would collapse the floorboards. Because if the world knew that Europe industrialized slavery and called itself abolitionist, if they knew that democratic indigenous governments were destroyed to install monarchies and puppet regimes, if they knew that Europe's civilizing missions involved famine, sterilization, language erasure, museum theft, and state-engineered extinction campaigns, then there would be nothing left to claim. No moral ground, no myth of progress, just receipts written in blood and buried under their museums. This is why their timelines start with Plato and end with Churchill. Why every world history class skips from Greece to Galileo like nothing of value happened in those 2,000 years between, unless it was white and male and drawing triangles. Europe didn't document history. It hunted it and locked it in glass. It renamed it. And when we speak the truth out loud, we get banned from TikTok. But this isn't revision. This is restoration. We're not studying Europe. We're surviving its edits. Cope.
He
That
needs to get
makes sense.
a Pulitzer Prize. Like,
But he
to be
he
white.
ate.
Oh my God.
He
ate down. They really did steal everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, as Black Americans, how the fuck could we believe anything they told us about history in this country and
That
who
may
we are?
be what he said just a few minutes before the end. Made me think of something like you heard about that girl, Allie Carter,
Yes.
and she said there's tunnels under the museum.
Yes. Yes.
I said, interesting. Why does my phone keep locking in the morning? But it made me think of that. You know how they hide and stuff, and how we probably living over top of a whole nother city that was there before this.
I just saw a video of the underground city in, I think, California, and I can't think of what it's called, but I literally just looked at it, and now they're opening it up for people to actually go and visit.
I'll
I'm
be
like,
darned. I ain't going through there.
I'm not taking my ass down there either.
Nope. That's something we don't got to see. Like I was watching them people squeezing into them little spots, going through the caves,
Oh
and
yeah,
getting stuck. I'll be the same way going through them tunnels. They might mistake me for a kid, and I'm probably never gonna be seen again. I pass. Go ahead and open it up. Watch all them. You know what? People gonna come down there to explore that tunnel, right?
Of course.
But I appreciate them for that. Keep touching the tigers so I can learn about their behavior. Keep going on your safaris and getting too close. Keep stepping out, taking pictures with the bears. I love to see it. You know why? Because that's something I won't have to do, and I'll know how they're going to react if I come in contact with them just on a regular. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for doing that. Thank you.
Remember Crocodile Dundee? That's what he died.
I appreciate them for that. I loved Crocodile Hunter. Girl, Crocodile Dundee was a movie.
Oh, that wasn't the guy's name?
He's Crocodile Hunter. Steve Irwin.
That's crazy. They be jumping
he
off
got killed by a stingray.
Oh my God. They be jumping off of cliffs. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you need to climb up a fucking mountain and jump off? Like, I just don't know I don't know what type of shit that is, but more power
People
to them.
make fun like it's a boredom thing, but I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know.
Or maybe
they got all the secrets hidden.
That part. Maybe it's
We
a part of
getting pieces.
Genetic makeup to have to do animalistic shit. Who knows?
Guess what? I want them to keep on jumping in the paddocks with the bears. I want them to kiss the polar bears, have conversations with them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep the chimpanzee at your house. Make sure he don't get out.
You know, I just found out that crows could speak.
Yeah, I saw something. Do you know they got memory and they passed the IQ test? And they remember when you do something wrong to one of them, the other one tells the other one that you did it, and they will follow you behind.
I seen that crows and ravens. I did not know that they could fucking speak. And I'm like, why do they always demonize these birds?
Because they black.
That part too. They black and they're also super fucking intelligent. Like,
of course.
Like, who the fuck would have ever knew? And they're also like, I think they're native to the Americas, because when you think about a bird that can speak, you're only thinking of a parrot, and parrots are more tropical. But the birds that we have here that we probably will fucking see flying around somewhere could talk, and they don't want us to know that. Imagine having a fucking conversation with a goddamn raven. That's crazy.
You know what? I don't know why humans assume because animals can't talk that they are dumb.
Yeah.
They smart. They don't pay to live here.
That part.
And tell me you ain't never heard Bambino say some words that you felt was words.
Hell yeah,
Because I got a cat.
At me, and he'd be like talking like trying to tell
Yeah.
me shit. Or he'll like if he hungry, he'll move his bowl. Like, hey bitch, you gotta feed me because I have to put it back. Like refill it. Speaking of, I gotta.
But I'm talking about actual words. I want to know if I'm crazy. I used to think my grandfather was crazy when he used to talk to his cat because the cat didn't talk to anyone else. And we used to think it was crazy until I got older and owned cats.
Yeah.
They talk just like you got huskies that talk and stuff. I don't know why people are saying that they're stupid.
They do. That's crazy. Yo, animals are way smarter than we give them credit for.
They my favorite thing on this whole planet.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
an animal lover, child. Not
That
to the point where I put it to any safety, like to, you know, like I wouldn't put a human being over top of it, but I love them,
did you
like
see
dearly.
Wicked?
No, I've
So
seen all
in
the clips. I'm not a musical person.
me either, but I had to see that movie. So I watched it in one of the scenes, like so they was trying to make it so that the animals wouldn't be able to speak anymore. Because the animals were like literally the professors and they were like amongst humans. And they
Hmm.
started in cages and basically like saying that they were like wild animals. I can't remember why they was doing that, but I think they had like secrets to the fucking universe or whatever, and they wanted to control the animals. And I was
Hmm.
like, wow, like imagine at one point animals really could verbally speak to us, and they just tried to like domesticate them in a different type of way to take away their ability to be able to speak. Because if you don't talk, like even with dolphins, they say that it's illegal for us to talk to dolphins.
Which is weird, right?
That's what I'm like, why would they do that? But it's because like what you said with the cats, they talk, they say shit, and it feels like you understand what they're saying. Like imagine if we really like taught them how to speak and thought that we could, then they probably could talk in real
But
life.
or if they couldn't, okay, then you look at it another way. They may not have spoke, especially not English. Let's just put that out there. They may
Mhm.
not have spoken English, but we are so detached from nature that the
Oh,
signals and the cues we probably would not read as often as we probably would, because before language, when we was with the animals, right?
mhm.
What were we doing? We was observing them. We understood that that cat might be angry. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to say, well, cats, they have proven it's not like a such thing as a mutt because they not genetically, but you know how we've gotten our lovable man's best friend, right? GMO, right? Cat's not GMO though. But you had that animal, we would understand. Like, oh, um, this bear ain't hungry right now, so I can bypass him. Something like that. We so detached that we don't. It made me think of something that I saw recently. Do you remember the gorilla that had the kittens and they turned it into a book? It was like Coco and Coco's kittens.
Oh yeah, yes. I remember something about that.
You
Yes.
have to see the message. The last message that Coco had for humans before Coco passed away. It was profound, y'all, because they
Wow.
taught them English, so able to communicate, right? They taught Coco English, so she was able to sign and communicate. Um, because they was able to teach her, because they raised her, as a person, because she was rejected by her mom, but the message that she had was profound, y'all. It was almost like like something put that special gorilla there to tell us something, and nobody listened. You know
What
what I
did what,
mean? And it was speaking of like the disconnect that we have to nature. And Coco was saying that man is stupid. Man is not listening. Everything else works in tune with nature. Everything else works together. And even, I guess even with, um, prey and, predator and prey. But
mhm.
she was pretty much just saying that man is stupid. They need to wake up because the earth is dependent on us. We the
Wow.
smartest, but we the dumbest at the same time. It's pretty much what I gotta find it. I'm gonna send it to you. It was a really profound thing to see that that message being able to be delivered by an
I
animal. But I think we would understand them better if we weren't so disconnected.
But you know why? Because of who? Like what type of people made it so that we are like so disconnected from nature? We got to pay to go and see animals. We can't just freely walk, and go certain places. You need a ticket or you need a tour guide. Like, it's just fucked up how.
Hey, boy, I don't want to walk through the Serengeti without my tour guide. You seen that man throw that hand up and stop that elephant from girl, I'm gonna need him with me, girl.
That is
I don't know
funny.
what you talking about. I'm gonna pay him to die for me. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
But
I'm not
still,
walking through the bush. I wasn't trained to live with that.
free reign though. Like even if you wanted to be able to, I feel like you should. Like you shouldn't. Or if you wanted to have somebody that you personally know that knows the way, why can't you just go? You know what I'm saying? Like why do they get to rope off places? And it has a lot to just keeping us disconnected. Even with the Grand Canyon, the fact that we can't freely go into the Grand Canyon, why not? Even if we went with a tour guide, there's places you can't go.
Well, people still manage to take pictures and fall off that joint. So it
It's
ain't that closed off because they still falling off the edge taking selfies.
But the bottom ground is talking about, like they said that it was like temples there, like a bunch of hieroglyphics and all sorts of ancient relics and artifacts in the Grand Canyon, not on the cliffs, but like on the bottom ground where you could like actually walk.
Girl, they finding pyramids in states like Arizona.
That
So
part, like that's they hiding everything from us. It's fucked up.
because they know what's up. It's more like they hiding about it sometime, right? If you
Ooh.
believe in the karma, they know what's coming and they thinking they can do whatever they can. You got to think about it. A lot of people that is really rich and powerful, they don't really believe in God, y'all. Because if they was, they wouldn't be able to sit on the pedestals that they sit on, knowing that everybody else may be suffering. You would never feel comfortable with putting yourself above others in that manner if you believed in God.
They
Now,
think God.
they think they on the right side. That part,
Mm.
that part, like you, I take that into, I take that into. I wish they go ahead get in their spaceship, come on and be. So, do you think that Gail and them really went up into outer space or
Hell
no?
no, absolutely not. What in the That shit pissed me the off. I'm like, y'all got the motherfucking nerve. First of all, how much money did y'all spend on that when the money could go to so many?
150,000 per ticket.
That's insane. I'm sorry. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, no.
Wait a minute, Katy Perry. Katy Perry was up there rolling her days when she got back down.
I cannot. Gail gonna
When
keep
she got back down, that's assuming they went up. When she came back down, she started kissing the mess off the ground and talking about butterflies and flowers. I was dead.
I think they fucking went in some floating device and floated around, and that's the fuck it. I don't even think they actually. I feel like they was in a studio somewhere. Me personally, that's what I think.
You think they was in the studio?
Yeah, or maybe they went up the way that an airplane would, but I don't think that they like went outside of the atmosphere. I just don't. I could be wrong,
I think
but
if they really did break it, girl, I think they try to set people up. Let's bring this population down some more. Nobody don't
and then
want to do what they want us to do. Come on, let's take these tours to the submarine in the middle of the ocean.
wasn't that only like 11 minutes or some shit they was up there?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
That shit was a lie and a half.
I don't know, but the genuine fear that they look like they were scared to death to me.
I
And
don't
then
fucking
Bezos sent his boo up there.
Lord.
Child. I wish they hurry up and come on and get this together now. Y'all elites can go ahead. We be all right. We'll deal with the criminals and all that our way. Y'all go ahead on now. Y'all build your marijuana on the moon. Go ahead.
Somebody made a video and said that they was gonna start doing intergalactic human trafficking. They was gonna start asking people, y'all want to take a ride on a space shuttle and fucking trafficking bitches around the galaxy. I said, oh my God, I
I
cannot.
wouldn't put it past them.
Not using space shuttles to traffic people. They got to go
Would
on.
you put it past them though? Would you really put it past? I like for real.
And who goes to space without the proper gear? Like, don't you have to wear like a spacesuit? Like, not the shit they had on looked like they was in Star Trek, like a movie, like a TV show. It didn't look like they were properly prepared. And how is it that they had that lady and that man up in space for 9 months or however the fuck long and couldn't get them back? But they was able to send Gail and them up there for fucking 5 minutes.
But they ain't really go, girl. They went up in the air and came back down. If they did that.
That's what I think. If they
like
even
that bungee cord ride.
Exactly.
Girl, they still ain't get that man out back yet.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but
they still ain't get that man back yet.
The man and the lady that was up there?
Yeah. They ain't get them back yet?
Came back, and then the lady, they said that they look old as hell. I said, I don't know what the fuck type of aging they did.
Because the distance that you try to get to somewhere, you got to think about it. Wouldn't we age if something is light years away or so many miles away from here? You would think you would get older. Time would be different, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's real. Because why haven't we been back to the moon? And they saying they don't got the technology. Somebody is fucking lying. So y'all was able to go to the moon in 1960 something, but can't go in 2025. And we got literal computers.
69 or 69?
I don't know what year exactly, but the guy that went on that excursion said that it was fake. Once he got older, what was his name? Buzz? I don't know who the fuck these people is. But he said it was old. He said it was fake.
Call him Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Aldrin. But somebody asked him and he punched them in the face. One of the paparazzi asked him about it. Did you fake the such and such? He told it, and then the person asked him about it. So what about the faking the thing? And he just straight. You seen what type of shape he in?
Oh my god! So it was
dropped that man.
It was 1969.
It was 69.
But can't go back in 2025.
That's crazy.
Somebody lying.
But you can pretty much take your face off, pull everything up underneath, put it back on, but we can't go back to the moon. Yeah, okay.
That's lying. I don't think they ever was really probably able to go to break the Earth's atmosphere like that. Honestly, hey Kaylee.
But you gotta think about it. That goes back to what I'm saying. Why they tricking? Because they think they're gonna be the only ones that's gonna be able to run, right? Everybody believe that it's something coming, right? That sin, God gonna clear all this out. Whatever God you believe in, who cares, right? We know this can't go like, he's not gonna let this go like this forever, right? Even if we get to see it in our lifetime or not. You know something gonna happen. I'm telling you, they think they so powerful, they think they so strong that they making plans, they think they're gonna run. You gotta watch all the movies like Judgment Day movies, and they think they're gonna run. They think they're gonna be able to outrun it.
Notice how we don't hear anything else about the orbs and the fucking drones that was in the sky. It's a lot of shit going on.
And I'm trying to figure out why they admitting that things is UFOs now. I just watched a video they were shooting at what was supposed to be a UFO, but they said it was some type of the Russian aircraft that got a new thing on it, but it looked like a UFO. And they was trying to shoot it down and missing horribly. So we don't even know the technology. Like, I feel like when they admit something, it's only for convenience. And they admitting it with just like written evidence. I need some photographs. You know how we is. We need receipts. Legitimate receipts.
The aliens gonna reveal themselves to us within the next 5 years. That's what I think. If they hear, I mean, they've been here, but if it's gonna happen, I feel like by 2030, some shit gonna pop off. That's personally what I think. Oh, what happened? Hey, I don't even know what happened.
I must was talking too spicy. I must was hitting on something because it just was like, bye. Good night, girl. Get off of here. That's what it told me or something. I don't know. I must was hitting on something, girl.
They said they admitted
hitting on something.
Yeah, they gotta tell us what they're doing. They've been telling us in the movies and shit. It's one of the natural laws of the universe. You gotta let people know. That's the only way things work too. Even if they do it by way of saying, "Oh, that's science fiction," or or if somebody say, "Oh, that's just a No, motherfuckers is telling you what they gonna do. They letting you know. It's up to you whether you're
They
gonna
letting us
believe
know in advance, and a lot of it they letting us know through the movies. That's why I'm mad that I can't bring myself to watch, because a lot of the stuff that be coming out, and they be like, "This was a metaphor for this," and I'm like, I couldn't even get through the first couple of minutes of the movie. Like they usually hide it in a horror movie.
Yeah. And sci-fi. That's why I watch a lot of science fiction.
Yeah, especially like the older ones, like Terminator 2, the Terminators, and Judgment Day, and what's the other one? That Total Recall. Have you ever seen Total Recall?
I don't think so, but I probably did a long time ago. You know, a black woman created the Terminator series. She made that
She
in the
did
Matrix.
she did another one too. Terminator was, yeah, Matrix and Terminator was hers.
And they took credit. You see how they do?
Yeah, because I never, if even though they blew up anyway, they never told us when those movies came out that it was from a black. It's
Of course
almost
they
like I
didn't.
think about the publicity they didn't give to Princess Tiana when Disney released it. She didn't get the promo or the push like she should have. Maybe that's why they going back and trying to make every character black now.
I wonder why they doing that too. Like, what's that about?
The blackout. We seen it before. It's like where where we when they feel like we start complaining, then they start throwing us all these what I call black bones.
But why? If they say that we're such a small minority, we're not powerful, they run everything, why are they always so focused on us? You don't realize, like, I be thinking about shit like that. Like,
me too.
Everybody always saying we're on the bottom and we're this and we're that. And I'm like, it's all a fucking lie. We really are anointed. We really are those motherfucking ones, especially us, you know, a lot of us here in
I feel
America.
like maybe we were, and then
We just
see,
don't know
that's where
it.
my problem with other. Okay, here's the problem I have with getting too much into the other spiritual things. Right?
Mhm.
Hear me out. I think about when it says that it go back to like was we part of that tribe, and then they branched off and started doing other rituals and things that made us not have our quote unquote favorable position with God, because it seemed like we like cursed. This ain't going away. It's gonna take like divine intervention. So
I think,
I'm just trying,
go ahead. Oh, sorry.
you know what I mean, with the beginning of, because at first that it wasn't no race.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even about that. Did we break our covenant, and that's why we like forever, like messing up your good name. You know how like you get, and no offense to the word, but you know how they people called and they get people like way they call white trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that they get into that situation is they lost their privilege. They lost their privilege. Maybe their great grandfather used to rob stage coaches or something like that, right? And then that bad name can get travel all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And that's how you get the white trash, right? Because if somebody in their family couldn't turn it around, because all you had back when was your name, right? If somebody couldn't turn it around in that time, then it will systematically go from generation to generation to generation until until somebody could break the chain. I'm, I, I feel kind of like we in a curse loop, for real. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's something that,
I'm up.
what you
I'm gonna
say?
stay up here for like 10 more minutes. She said she feel like she can answer. Can she come up? Yeah, the link not pinned. I feel
I
like it
thought
should
it
be.
was.
Let me see. I thought it was too. The link is pinned. You could click in. But I think I heard that too. But if we was cursed according to like biblical text, then that was over since like 2020. But look at how things are starting to shift and change for us. I think things are changing.
Your
And
enemies from your footstool, right?
yeah, but I also think too, like, I don't know if as much as a curse as so much as us being lied to.
That's the best way I could put, but that would be part of under the curtain. You get what I'm
I do.
wondering, like if we okay, you know how you have like Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that, and they believe that like that, we broke whatever covenant we were supposed to have by going off and worshiping different deities and messing with certain things, I wonder, that's why I be nervous with jumping into like what Christianity, with my air quotes, considers the occult.
But what if worshiping Christianity is what has us
I
in this
know, that's why I say I be like,
Mm-hmm.
I just
Hey,
use Christianity because that's the major
They
base.
are.
Really is Roman Catholicism, really, but you know.
so what did you
Catholicism and Christianity is the same thing.
Hey, Faith.
Hey, y'all.
you sound muffled.
She
Can you
did.
hear me?
Not really. You sound kind of muffled. I don't know if you got the phone close or.
You laying down?
I'm actually up. I don't know.
Oh, we.
There you go.
There you go. That's
Can you
much
hear me
better.
now? Okay.
Yes.
Um, First of all, good night. So cat, I can't see cat no more, so I don't know what y'all say. Um, I can partially answer the question because he was going in the right direction, Mia. So what I know from like my history with the Haitian people is that we always practice voodoo and tend to the spirits and everything. So the relation between the people in the island was always harmonized. But once we got colonized by the French and they brought over this Bible, that's when Haiti kind of went under this darkness that you see exacerbated so much now. And it's very much like also part of me and my sister's theory. Because this whole world was one country at one point. So Black people were all over the motherfucking map. That's why you see so many similar things everywhere. There's pyramids everywhere. There's so much of the same thing everywhere because we were everywhere. But once the land actually broke apart, obviously communication and stuff like that became more stagnant. But the core of who we were still remained. But here's where my theory now. Put on your caps. Because Christianity is a recent religion, is
Yep,
not even as old as the other religions.
it's
Nonetheless,
a
spirituality.
Catholicism spinoff, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But all of that is a spin-off from uh Kemet mythology, Egyptian mythology. They just chopped it up, whitewashed it, and made it to their version so that they can excuse colonialism. I think it was last year or not the year before. Literally, the archdiocese came out and issued a public apology saying that they did use the religion to enforce and justify colonialism.
You talking about him coming out with the black picture of Jesus
That too, but
that they
like,
found?
so they say. But I mean, it's not even so they say, because in the Bible, Jesus is described as a black man. So where they get this white boy with blue eyes is just sweet on it, but I don't know. But anywho, um, so my thing is, we were here, they were in the caves, right? They came out the caves, saw we was living swell, lovely, in one with the animals and one with spirit. Cool. They wanted a piece of that. Us being, I don't know, call it caring, nurturing, tenderhearted, whatever you want to call it. We were willing to teach these people our ways. And once they finished learning everything, again, theory, this is not a fact. I'm still doing my history homework.
That's actually fact, but go ahead.
Oh,
No, it is. Go ahead.
I know, but I'm not trying to have
I
nobody
read.
come on the back end talking about something. And they're out here doing nonsense. Anyway.
That information is out there. I read before the internet. Believe me, it's facts. Okay.
So once they learn everything, burn the libraries, burned every well, not everything. They do have some things. That's why they keep shit hidden. But they burn majority of the stuff. They made a deal with Satan and not the God they're depicting, right? I do believe Yeshua And that level of consciousness that they're trying to get us to or want us
Christ
to strive
consciousness.
with, yes, that is a thing.
I believe that too.
However, what they're doing is not that. I believe they cut a deal with Satan because Satan came up in their ear the same way Satan came up in the Bible and whispered in Eve's ear, talking about, hey, yo, try and shake a hand with me and I'll have you rulers of this nation. Signed the contract, started doing the magic, and we've been under this spell since. But like I
Yeah,
said, just as the magic, they have to tell us what they're doing. So they're
exactly.
telling us, but also telling us that what we were practicing originally is demonic to justify
Exactly.
what they're doing.
Also, let me just add so that we won't be armed to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we were still practicing hoodoo the way that our grandmothers and great grandmothers were, if we were still alchemists, if we were still herbalists in the same way that we used to be, we would be able to fight back because it's all mostly spiritual. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another part of Haiti's punishment and why America and France, especially, is so hell bent on painting Haiti in such a negative light. The reason Haiti got their independence is yes, we fought on the grounds, but majority of that
They
fight
say
was a
through
spiritual fight.
magic.
Yes, spiritual,
And they
exactly.
were scared of that shit.
Yep.
So they've been demonizing Haiti this entire time because they know what that voodoo and that hoodoo do.
Yeah, they know. They tried to use it, a couple of them, and it backfired because it's not their magic. But yeah.
They still do use it, and they have some of us on their team that help
Mm-hmm.
them.
That's what I was telling you
Mm-hmm.
about the Moors. The Moors
Mm-hmm.
aligned themselves, and that was the beginning of their end. Some of them aligned themselves, with others, and it backfired. And the ones who was left tried to fight, but it was like
Wait,
no.
so Sun put in the comments, she said that the Moors look more like Drake, and she said the Moors weren't deeply melanated. What do y'all think about that?
Mm-mm. No, they wasn't. They was black. No, not looking like no Drake. Who told you that, son?
I mean, Sun is in another country, so we probably all do learn, like, we probably have different depictions of who is who. Because this is gonna sound crazy, but I remember I was watching one of Dane Calloway's shows, and he was showing us I don't remember what curriculum it was.
Bring him up earlier.
Yeah, but he showed a picture of Christopher Columbus, and Christopher Columbus was a black man in another country in their school curriculum. Children are learning about Christopher Columbus as being a black guy, a heavily melanated person.
If anything, he might have had some Spanish in him. I can't see him as black though. Because then that would be like, just like when people try to say Adam and Eve was black, right? I said, then that's all the more reason why we suffering. If you want to go back to that, then you can blame us for all original sin, right? I mean,
But like you said before, sorry, I'm gonna interject. Like you said before, back then there was no concept of race. So it was tribalism, it was culture, it was more
Mm-hmm.
nationality based because white people fought against each other too. I mean, think of all of the movies we see, like with the Vikings and shit. They
yes,
were always
yes.
at war and enslaving each other, and they had a caste system. So it wasn't based off of how you look, it was based off of status, poverty, like they
Mm-hmm.
had
That's what I
inter
said. It's a class issue most of the
yeah,
time.
so if he was a melanated Spaniard, it still wouldn't be like, oh, black people sold us out because culturally back then black wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, no. It was where you was from would be like,
Exactly.
you would like, uh, uh,
And social status.
yeah, yeah. That's why I say everything ain't black and white all the time. Sometimes it's class.
Mm-mm.
I know
Yeah.
some of the like older generation, everything is black and white. Everything is not black and white. It's status, class,
Yeah.
classism
Ash.
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
even more. is even more at the heart of a lot of it, you know. A lot of things is that.
So for people that were of a lower caste or like just poor white trash, the only way that they could feel superior was to say, well, at least I'm white and I have whiteness over you. You know, that's how it is modern times. Like, well,
Yeah.
I'm white. It doesn't matter if I'm poor, but bitch, I ain't a nigger. Like, we see it. We see it in the videos. We see how they talk to us, how they look down on us, how they speak crazies because they feel like they have the right hue of complexion for protection, no matter how much money they have. But when we do rise in status, even present day, it gives us another added layer of protection or how do you say liberties. It's a word I'm looking for, but y'all
And
get what I'm y'all
take us
down.
the further away in proximity to our natural blackness as possible with that. That's why I don't trust none of them celebrities. I don't trust none of them. Even the ones that sound good, even the ones that I rock with. I don't believe nothing they be saying. I'm sorry. I feel like you in the house and you know what's the call? Not necessarily because you got money, your Uncle Tom. That's not what I mean. But most of them we can't trust them, and we be wanting to be on their side, but I don't be trusting nothing they be doing.
Yeah.
Nothing, like nothing. You got the mega church. I don't trust them. I don't trust none of them. You celebrity status. I don't. Nothing you got to say is gonna hit me the right way, unless I knew you outside of that. Then I would know I could personally trust you.
Cause honestly too, like to get to a certain level, you gotta be willing to get in bed with certain people. You gotta be willing to sell out to a certain degree. You don't make it to super mega rich multi-billionaire without having something in your pocket,
at least once.
you know?
You have to sacrifice some.
Yeah. I mean, I aspire to be like wealthy, but if I had to do something crazy, I'd rather just be comfortably, rich. You get what I'm saying? Like have enough funds to help who I need to help and have my notoriety to where I still have a platform. But if it takes me doing some demonic shit to have $1 billion like Rihanna, then I don't want it.
Yeah. Honey.
I'm being honest. I need to be able to sleep with myself. I don't know what the fuck people
Let
be
me ask you a
doing.
question. If you had to sleep with Jay-Z though.
Bitch, hell yeah, I would fuck Jay-Z. Shit, could Beyonce be there? Like, what the fuck? Nah, I'm half joking. I'm half joking.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm just saying, because that might have been all somebody had to do. But then
Yeah,
people always put it into something like selling your soul is not always that. It's selling your soul is anything that go against your moral compass, your conscience, anything you got to do that's out of the ordinary of your personal space. That's selling your soul. Anything you wouldn't normally do.
I always say that. But I don't think like as far as Rihanna goes, I don't think it was just sleeping with Jay-Z. And this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like, well, not really, but a lot of big name women were like pimped out to a degree. Like they were like
Some
kind of like
Dubai trips is what I
like
was thinking.
escorts and shit. Exactly. And they were used as leverage, like, oh, if you do this, I could get you a night with Rihanna. You get what I'm saying? Then think about all of the symbolisms that was in her video. She openly did rituals right in front of us. We just probably didn't always know what we was looking at.
Oh, I noticed it. I
Hey,
noticed when I first realized something wasn't right when that Auntie album just kicked it up a notch for me.
super dark.
I was like, that's weird. Then I looked at the cover like, that's even stranger. What's going on? Like the first thing I noticed when I saw Doja looking crazy, I said, what the hell?
It's devil worship. It's Satan. What you think? What do you think, Faye? Do you think it's since I know, you from Haiti or whatever the case, like, and I know she's also Caribbean, is it just something that you all naturally practice? So in her mind, she wouldn't look at like doing certain type of rituals as like a negative thing, or is it like a difference in how you all practice culturally?
It's different. I know it's different for different islands. Like I know since for the Jamaicans, for example, since they're colonized by the Brits, they're very heavy on that Christianity as well. In Haiti, the first religion to come through was Catholicism. So it depends on how you grew up. There's some people who grew up just practicing voodoo and they were taught, listen, no matter what you hear, voodoo's not evil, practice it as I taught you. Or there's people who've been so deep in the sauce of that Christianity to where they're like, nah, voodoo is demonic. How dare you, do such a thing? So it depends. I know each island operates differently, especially since all of them are still under the British territory. They are very much Christian centered, but there's still pockets of them that practice in secret.
Mm.
And
It's
that's part of
funny
the
how they want to
punishment Haiti is
conquer and take
getting.
over everything. Like everybody got to be. If they not bothering me, why do I care who they worship?
Um,
I
I
guess
mean,
it's
but
the fear
it's
of what
just
they
like
don't
Christianity.
understand.
There is darkness in voodoo. At the end of the day, like zombies
Yeah,
are
so
real
how would you be
in
able to
Haiti.
tell a difference? Because a lot of what we see depicted of those type of practices, it is what we would associate with darkness, right? So, like what Love Jones was asking you, how would we know? You know what I mean? How would y'all spot the signs that this is not of God? This is not hoodoo. This not voodoo. This person is demonic. You know what I mean?
I
Like, how
mean,
would
but
y'all
see,
decipher that?
I can't speak for everybody else because I'm an empath, so I feel when people are off. Even
Mm-hmm.
if like even if your religion is different, but you're just a good person overall, like you're
Mm-hmm.
not out to do no wicked work in the world, you're not going to be emitting such a negative energy. Like people vibrate, like you like having a D word or any of those entities attached to you is something you can't control and something that you feel no matter how much you think you masking it, poker facing it, drinking it away, you will see it, you will feel it. You can tell, like, even for example, if you see some of the serial killers or people who be like, their eyes are like shark, they're just dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's them.
The windows to their souls. The
No
same.
windows to the soul.
They empty.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've actually experienced that. I've had, and I'll make it quick. It was okay. So it was somebody that I knew, their cousin, baby father's brother, right?
Hmm.
He came around me, and when I tell you, I balled up in a ball, like standing up though, and like I just started shrieking, and tears just went down my eyes. Some
Yeah.
years later, we had came around, and the girl's baby father was around. He always gave me the heebie jeebies, but not like his brother. His brother ended up, getting like 30 to life or something like that. He got like 30 years. He like did some horrible stuff, right? That I can't really say on here. And that was the first time I could say I really actually honestly experienced it like that. But his aura was so, he didn't do anything to me. He didn't speak in a manner
You
that you
don't
would
have
think,
to.
and I
It
couldn't
don't
explain
have
it. I thought I
to.
was having a mental breakdown, but just his energy. I balled up in a ball, like balled up, standing up, like balled up. And they like, what's wrong? Like, you got cramps? My girlfriend asked me what's up. And I'm like, I don't know. And as soon as I just started crying, like hysterically crying. And as soon as he went upstairs, I felt better. I unballed, I straightened up. I said, that was weird. I was like, I gotta go. I don't want to be in here no more.
Hmm.
Because I couldn't even be around him. So
Hmm.
I believe that. But I don't get a
Did
bad
it
aura
turn out
from Doja Cat, though.
wait, I need to know, did it turn out that that guy was a bad person?
Yeah, he unalive some people horribly in
Oh,
horrible.
okay.
See, there you
Yeah,
go. You
yeah,
can't contain it. Like you can't contain it. Like
yeah.
whether
It was too strong. His brother was weird too, because his brother got in trouble too. But his brother didn't make me ball up and cry. But he
see,
gave it. I don't know, but I used to feel like he had another hand that would come out and walk up the back of my neck. Because when
Oh
he
my
came
God.
around, the hairs, both of them, what was crazy is I don't know what, but the hairs. on the back of my neck. Felt like he wouldn't even be too close to me, and I would feel like he was running his hands
Oh, damn.
up the back of
Mhm.
my. I can't like he was rubbing my hand. I wouldn't even, tell him that. Like I couldn't even explain it. Once I put it together, I told my friend, um, how it was and how it felt. She was like, "Yeah, they always weirded me out," and I was like, "Oh," but that energy was ball up and cry. It was like an energy like if he was after me, I wouldn't have been able to fight him off because I probably would have just shriveled up. I never
Yep.
felt anything that strong except from them two. They must have been the worst I've come in contact with. Probably not, but they the only ones that gave me that.
That level of feeling, and it
Oh my
varies
God, like
from
something came
people
from
to
out of him
people.
and tapped me on my shoulder, or something came from out of him and punched me in my stomach. And mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah, it
it
was bad.
it it varies, right? It varies depending what kind of spirit is on you.
Hmm.
Then you have how long they've been on you. Then you also have the fact of nature versus nurture, right? Because if you growing up in a household that's chaotic, ooh, that's a perfect place for a negative entity to be sitting there just eating, harvesting, snacking it up. It's that whole energy shit is very much real. Very much real. That's how spirits work. That's how everything has been connected this whole time. Is energy.
Mm,
Yes.
I don't know.
Damn, not us getting this deep like this at 4 a.m.
I know, but all the
Listen, I
topics was
just
leading
smoked.
to those topics.
Damn,
How
I'm gonna
we
have to
even
change
get
the
on that
title.
movie? I can't wait for her to watch that trailer and tell me she still want to go see it.
Help. I'm going to see it. I'll
The
tell y'all
trailer
how it
made
goes.
it scary as hell, Faith.
I mean, I can't say anything because, like I said, I'm into the scary stuff, so it's not bad to me. But
Need somebody to watch it with. I can't watch that by myself.
Not even the trailer in the daytime.
I can watch a trailer in the daytime.
All right, yeah. Once she watched the trailer, and then I guess she can pick up her mind from there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a wuss out on that one.
help.
The
I watched
reviews
one of Dane's videos the other day too. It was a good one. It was like some about immigrants didn't build America. Ooh.
I
Not
need
all
to.
of it.
I'm gonna call.
He got another one he just posted that I got watch. I ain't
Well,
get to it
technically
yet.
today. It's already Monday. I'm gonna call him today.
He
Yeah.
be hitting it on the head, girl.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Hitting it on the head. Yeah, I mess with your boy Dane. Dane be on it. He
Yeah,
be on it. He be on it.
and he has a lot of like these, the ones that was just like super ultra pan African
Mm-hmm.
in their tunes. Now I've seen the video with Dr. Umar saying, "Oh, some Africans was been in America." Like, nigga, you ain't never used to say that before.
Some Africans been in America.
Yeah, like basically before the Atlantic slave trade. Right, you know, you
Eh,
gotta keep it to Africans, you know.
yeah, I doubt it. And even if they go back, like if you find a way to, because I know some black people that find a way to get what they consider some little piece of reparations, right? And if you African, you ain't getting that. You have to prove that people were directly affected by slavery. You had to be like what we are now, Black American. They don't get it. They had to prove, you know what I mean, that their peoples got caught up in that. I don't. I, I'm trying to think of like the traveling that they was doing. A lot of and no offense, how come nobody? How come everybody always blame the white people when Spanish people was in on it too?
Because Spanish people are also white. It's what white is based off a phenotype. And I feel like it just took on a new form. Like only America started white and black. That's why if you notice a lot of other quote unquote black people in the diaspora, they never considered themselves black. Like they're now adopting that. The term black and white was popularized in the United States. So the Spaniards, phenotypically, if you go over there, they look like white people, a lot of them. Just like,
Sorta.
you know, in Latin America, like even J-Lo and them, they look like white people. Like if you didn't know J-Lo was a Latina and they just presented her as white, we wouldn't question it.
That's the new J-Lo. But the fly girl J-Lo, she ain't look white. She was fairer skin, but she ain't look white.
Oh,
The
look, here
new
goes.
J-Lo look white. The
Hey,
Jenny from the
Dane.
block J-Lo look white.
Okay. We just brought
But
you
the
up. What's
fly
up?
girl, oh, I
Hello,
sure
Mr.
did.
Fair.
Hello, Mr. Calloway.
Dane. What's
I
up,
just
Jay?
brought him up too.
I know, that's crazy. Thank you, Jason. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ephesians 6:12. For we
Ephesians.
wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Oh, what I do?
Amen, Jason.
I brought up how a lot of like Dr. Umar did a video that I've seen a clip of, and he basically was saying how now there was Africans in America before the transatlantic slave trade, and how they're now like basically saying the things that you've been saying, but of course he got to still put the African spin on it.
Cause he probably watched Dane from a burner page.
Of course he do. He know exactly who.
They know what be going on out here in these streets.
Dr. Umar and Dane been having a feud for a long time now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
What? Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, they've
I
been
know this man ain't trying to argue. Why Dane to asking him where's the school? Daggone it.
Everybody wants to know where that damn school was.
Girl, I knew that.
Wanted to debate him, and he like, I would never debate Dane because he would lose.
Is he college educated on this stuff or like where?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. He probably took an African American history like course, and he says he's
college or something.
Yeah.
Cause is he a doctor? Cause why we call him Dr. Umar?
Dane said I'm still a little sick sounding, but I'll join you for a few. Okay. Come on.
I mean mute. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Black is Right.
This has been a very, very interesting conversation. It's funny because I feel like y'all know how it feels when you get like that wave of tiredness and then you like wake up. Y'all know what I mean? Like when you feel like tired and then you catching the second wind. Like if you don't immediately
That's
go.
why you're not supposed to fight your sleepy. You're supposed to go to sleep. When your body tell you, no, for real. When your body, that's why I end up all night sometimes. You gotta the brain keep going, and when your body tell you it's tired, you're supposed to listen to it. But of course, we
I
hard
don't
headed.
listen.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
don't
okay,
listen for the life of me.
the conversation is just so good that
Beauty sleep is vital. People don't realize it really is beauty sleep. I'm gonna pay for this, y'all. I'm gonna look like a little wrinkled up troll when I get older.
What? As long as you get your sleep in, no matter how you get it, we good.
I get my cat naps in.
Me too. I be knocked out for an hour or two, and then I wake up.
That make me feel like I never slept. Don't once I'm asleep, don't break my. I be in twilight. You break my sleep, I'm walking around like the Terminator. I've heard
Not
some
the
stories.
Terminator, Father. Fix it.
I've heard some stories. Twilight is a really dangerous state to be in, believe it or not,
Oh,
because you're not
yes. And I
sleepwalking,
used
but
to
you're not sleeping.
sleepwalk.
You're not woke.
I used to sleepwalk.
Me too. That's
They say
crazy.
don't wake them up, but my peoples wake you up. I don't care.
You
What you
don't.
doing? And go ahead, going upstairs, back on upstairs.
Help. Not the kids.
They
I
ain't care
remember
about none of that.
one time I was sleepwalking and I opened the up door, like to the front door. My mother was like, "What the
Yes.
hell?"
Yes.
I would walk my ass right out the house.
Yes. My mom had
Out
to
of
put a chain lock on our front door after that because she was like, no.
Dang.
And we lived in Palm Bay at the time. It's not as congested as Miami. Like your backyard is actually like woods and shit. So they were like, yeah, you're not finna get lost in the forest.
I need to come back down South Beach.
I want to go to Miami so bad. I
Girl,
can't
that's
wait.
an inexpensive trip.
Spring break just ended. It's a little bit more calm now. Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Sir.
Hello, Mr. Calloway.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. OCO, can you hear me?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, your voice.
So
It's
deep,
deep as
my
crack.
Lord. Took my
Deep
heart
is
away.
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Jesus.
that is giving Barry White.
You gotta warn us, sir.
I apologize. I'm
No, I like it though.
We like it a lot.
It's
Mm-hmm.
giving. I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
actually sick, so I'm really not even sounding like myself right now. But I just got up like a couple hours ago. Still
It
trying to
sounds very
recoup.
nice. Sick
Very
sounds
nice.
good.
Very soothing. Like you could read me a book and I'll fall asleep. Sorry. I'll be here.
Yeah, vibrational. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm trying to adjust my audio because I can't really. 1 second, I can't really hear it.
Oh dang.
Y'all can hear me though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
hear
hear
you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that is better on my side.
you. So what's going on? How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I just been trying to recoup. I messed around, and when I got sick, I kept working and prolonged me recovering. And I shouldn't have did that. I should have, got my rest, laid down.
Dang.
But and my wife was telling me, she was like, you need to just stop for a second.
Y'all don't be
Give it away.
listening.
Yeah, I was being hard headed. I shouldn't have did that.
That's all right. We'll nag you back to health. You know how women are.
I mean, but can y'all listen to begin with, and we wouldn't be here to begin with. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up. I'm high. I'm high.
Well, I mean, I could admit, where I'm wrong at. I was, she was right for sure. But I had other things going on, and then I'm getting ready to hit the road again. So I was trying to hurry up and get other things complete before I hit the road, and boom, got sick, and I've been sick for like 4 days now, and it shouldn't have been that long. But I'm getting a lot better.
And usually when you have any type of bacterial anything, it starts way before the symptoms starts to play out. Like so it's not sickness; it's just your body healing itself from whatever is in there.
Yeah, now your body's flushing everything out.
Exactly.
Right now, it's just the mucus. I got the stuffy nose and a little cough.
Stay away from dairy. Don't eat no dairy.
Don't eat dairy, and put either rum or whiskey in your tea, or rum and honey as a shot.
Yeah, she been giving me a lot of green tea. A lot of green tea with she got her little potions that she be doing.
Oh, so there you go.
I know it got some honey in it because I can taste it.
Yep, you got to sweat it out. Sweat it out. Roll up.
Yeah, I've been
sweat
sweating
it
it out. That's
yep. I hope you feel better.
Me too,
Definitely.
but voice.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at this voice at all. Could this stay like
right? Okay, make your queen, sir. Make your
Ain't
Don't make me laugh. You're gonna make me cough.
but his voice sounds good.
It sounds good as hell. I'm like, who is this? Hold up.
Like, wait a minute.
It's an imposter. I was just telling them about not your last video, but the one before that, when you talk about the immigrants. I gotta watch the last one. That I saw that you was it today or yesterday you posted?
That's a good question. I believe my son did a clip of one of my live streams and posted that today. I gotta go look at that.
Okay, I saw
But
something.
I went
gotta
live
go back and check it out.
Day before that, and because I've been gone for like 4 days, and people was waiting, so I just ended up going live while I was sick, and that live stream turned into 8 hours. I did not mean to go that long.
I didn't even see that live stream.
My Lord.
We just did a 5.5 hour one. They keep messing with our girl, man.
Oh my God.
What they doing something to your channel?
No,
No, they're just talking about
I don't
her.
have a channel.
People can't keep black women out their mouth.
What they saying about you?
Oh man, the usual.
What they're not saying.
Well, they say
the
she
question.
a mutt now. That's what she is. She's a mongrel and a mutt, a mongrel.
You done got down there everything in the book.
I mean, I'm, you know, that's a great thing that you got haters.
It is. Make you famous.
Not only that, they just know you know, it's confirmation that you're doing something right.
I feel like I be going at it with every fucking community. Sometimes it's exhausting, but I think that things are unfolding and manifesting the way that it should as far as my content goes, especially on TikTok. It's more freedom over there. It just feels different. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, on YouTube, I have a base, so I still talk my shit. But on TikTok, it just goes in so many different ways because you get to make videos based off of people's comments. You know how it is, how it's set up over there, so it gives you more range to talk about things and touch on things that you don't have to sit down and make it a topic or title a video about it. So I really do like that, but it's hard. I be cussing people out. It's a lot. It's fun though.
Mr. Calloway, why do
You got to get that Teflon skin.
why
Yeah,
that fake
develop
doctor
that.
got beef with you?
Say it again.
Men always say that the tough skin. We be irritated. We don't be wanting to hear all that. I mean, we understand, but we don't be.
When you out in the
Man,
forefront like that, you gonna get it. You know, you gotta. But the reason why I say it is because you kind of sort of got to get used to it because it comes with the territory. It comes with what you making yourself out to be, which is a content creator, and that personality. It's another word for it. Not content. No, not media personality. I'm looking for another one. It's another one. It's late. Public figure. Public figure. Mm-hmm. It comes with it. I mean, people going to agree with you. People are going to disagree with you.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but it's the direct the insults, the wanting to come personal, the want to reach out and touch. It's
It happens.
it's like that. It's like that for you also, because I could imagine.
Oh man, it's worse.
Oh my God.
It's worse. People. Yeah, I could tell you some stories. You know, people. One time, and I had to get YouTube involved because they posted the house before I had this house built. They posted that house online and said, "Look, y'all, this is where Dane live," and they posted pictures of my children. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we had to get those YouTube channels removed.
This is why I can't be a mother. I'll be out here propelling niggas. I cannot.
But I mean, I had already sold that house, so it was crazy that, but I am using my real name, so it's not like I'm, so I just had to make things more private. That's all it was. I had to redo my situation.
Were they palm color creators or was they our own?
You can't tell because they hiding behind avatars.
Oh, gosh.
And it was like 12. It was like 12 to 16 of them. It was a group of them. Oh yeah, it got worse than that. I mean, they were calling my family members trolling. It's a bunch. I mean, I could go into it, but I move like the president when I'm out. I got a team with me.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, brother.
It's insane.
No, it's okay. Again, it come with the territory. It come with what you.
I can't do it. I know I probably got the judge for it, but I can't. I'm so scared to put my family in any type of way, and I don't want to have to hurt nobody. I'm not playing. I really don't want to have to hurt nobody. I don't want that on my conscience neither.
I ain't got no family, but I already got a bad name down here anyway. It's Miss Temper Tantrum. I can't.
Oh my God.
What the French toast?
Not you, thug.
I'm not a thug per se. I just got anger issues and just leave me alone. Think it down.
She thug adjacent.
I was a little reckless in the beginning myself, but I had to adjust. It took a while.
Yeah,
it took a while.
That's the space that I'm in now. Like, I kind of get off on cussing people out though. It's like that.
Yeah, I'd rather enjoy it.
But for the most part, it's just not letting stuff get, like, when people started sending me death threats, like, that made me crash out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And then I had to call the FBI on somebody. I think I was telling you, I can't remember, when like a person was sending me threatening emails, and it's just like, that's the part that's like makes it hard. It takes the fun away a little bit because it kind of borderlines become dangerous. Like
That's what I'm saying. That's what.
but I'm not gonna stop, and that's how I know my skin is.
Yeah, please don't stop.
Because I ain't gonna stop, and I'm going through the motions now, and it's just gonna make me stronger for when I get even bigger. Because we gonna keep going up.
That part. First of all, at this point, you're not allowed to stop. Via the love books, you're not allowed
don't
to
stop.
So
All it is they're just trolling. And most of them would like to be in your position. And believe it or not, it could be trolls
somebody
that are
that
in
know
your
you. That's
position.
what I be feeling.
That can happen as well. They could be somebody in a great position. They got a great life and making money, and they still will hate.
Yeah,
that's the part that's crazy. Like, why? What is the reason for that?
Comfortable with
Jealousy.
yourself, and it shows. Yeah.
So
But
now,
I'm glad you kept going, Dane, because you helped me put new wrinkles in my brain all the time.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop.
Don't stop, bro.
It's been 9 years, almost 10.
We need this knowledge, especially in this era
Yeah,
where
he get
people are
into
for
it.
real. Waking up, we need our teachers to be outside.
And now the government, asked me to give them my curriculum, my wife and I's curriculum. So that's what we're doing now.
Huh?
I got another meeting with them on Tuesday.
What? Your curriculum? Why they want you?
For school, to teach kids.
For their schools. Keep in mind, he was revamping the Department of Education.
Oh.
And they reached out. I'm not the only one they reached out to. They were reaching out to a lot of independent researchers. And but yeah, it's been going on for, I want to say, like at least about a month. It's been a month now.
Oh, put you in my prayers. Congratulations. Yeah.
Definitely gonna put y'all up.
I appreciate that. It's major, but it's still up to the states. Don't forget. He gave the power back to the states.
Yeah, states mandated them laws.
Yeah. And then depending where you at, they ain't gonna let that shit. I know Florida ain't gonna let that shit fly for nothing.
That's why I said, we agreed that we're gonna have a separate website for that, where we'll have classes for students, like whatever they don't add inside of their school curriculums, we're still gonna have it.
That's what's up.
I was gonna
have it on the website.
Like, would you ever consider opening up a school
virtually? Yes.
Not the Dr. Umar way.
That's why he made it clear, virtually. Yes.
Yeah.
He said that, no hesitation. I want to know, but I know you're not messy, so I didn't know y'all had I didn't know. But I know he don't want to see you. I know he don't want to see you, though. I know that.
Hold on, who we talking about?
The guy that she just mentioned.
Wait a minute, say it again.
The doctor guy, the Pan-African, the other Pan-African guy. That's not Pan-African.
Mr. Dr. Deadbeat.
Oh, that guy.
I call him Dr. Dipshit, but all right.
Y'all,
we've been, they've been hating me for this, man. It's been 9 years. It's been 9 years.
Damn. Damn.
Say it again.
I said, since you came on the scene, damn.
Absolutely. I went viral as soon as I came out.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. They've been hating ever since. Especially him.
If you're preaching the same message, what's the problem?
It's not the same.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily the same message, because he has the Pan-African twist to it. Well, I call it the Pan-Goofy twist. I mean, they worshiping that ideology that has no room to stand on. And, they feel threatened because not only am I teaching the truth, I'm teaching people to go back behind me and verify. And it's popping up violent, and that's what's hurting their pockets. It's mainly hurting their pockets.
Oh, because they a bunch of windbags. They just blowing smoke. They ain't really talking about nothing.
They're
you
grifting.
Can back it up. Yeah, grifters.
They're grifting. And that's another reason why he doesn't want to debate. He doesn't want to do any of that, because his reputation is on the line. But
I don't know why, because he already been kerplunk. He sunk. He been sunk. We don't pay him no attention. He's just entertainment for real. Every now and then,
he's a comedian.
Clock, he write twice, maybe twice a day, right?
He's a comedian. He's a comedian. That's what he does well.
Okay, because I damn sure be laughing. All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Got
I mean,
it.
even his own family doesn't agree with what he's saying, but he's just doing it because that's the way he makes his money.
Is he college educated?
Yeah. He is
Okay.
college
He
educated.
is. All right. Okay. Let me find out. I got dang getting messy up on here. Thank you, because I never knew. I really never knew.
I mean, here and there, you know, I dip and dive into it, but because I'm from DC, you know, I just try to keep it cordial as much as possible. Yeah. I just try to keep it cordial as much as possible. But yeah, when questions get asked, I'ma answer. When things get rough, you know, I'ma straighten them out. If I feel as though I need to respond to something, I'ma respond. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
I have to ask you about this because I've been getting called a racist of everything but a child of God because of this Carmelo Anthony situation. And if you can you just let us know briefly, like, what do you think? Like, do you think it was self-defense? Do you think he deserves to be out on bond? Are you condemning him? Like, what do you think about that?
Did you see the video?
No.
When he was in the car after he did that?
Yes, when they got him from jail. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, not that one. When you talking about when he was with the parents and he was turning himself in?
No, I didn't see that. I only saw when they bailed him out.
Wait, hold on, wait. Are we talking about the same person? Because I could be mixing the two.
So the young kid that poked up the Austin Radcliffe, one of the twin brothers, at a track meet.
Oh, I didn't see that one. The one that I was referring to, he was he shot up a school.
Oh no, that's not who I was talking about.
Yeah, because he turned himself in.
That was crazy. I've seen a couple.
And everybody was giving him props because he was shooting basically some white folks.
Oh my God.
But
do you think a race war is starting? Like,
I don't think we're gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe this time.
I think our people are just finally tired of the BS and standing up.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
I would have to look into that other guy's situation. I did see that, the Carmelo Anthony, because it caught my attention. I thought it was Carmelo Anthony, but you know, the basketball player. I was like, wait, he did what? But I didn't look into that one all the way. What caught my attention was the other guy, and now I got to figure out what his name is. I'm trying to pull that up right now.
Let me see.
But he was the one that he shot a couple people at the school.
Was he in Texas?
LJ was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, it was Dallas, right?
Yeah, this was the black kid that did that, right?
Correct.
Because we was just talking about a white kid that shot up a school in Florida.
Yeah, that happened too. Yep.
On Thursday.
A lot of stuff was happening back to
I
back.
feel like the parents had some responsibility because how all these kids get into these guns?
Well, the guy had grabbed his mother's pistol that worked for the sheriff department, the one out there in Florida. The one in Florida, he was a child of I believe she was retired sheriff, or she could be active, but either way, that was her service pistol that she utilized, that he utilized in Florida. Now, the guy in Dallas, the one that I was referring to, I don't know where he got his weapon from, but if I play you the video where he was in the car talking about what happened and why he did it,
I gotta find
it kind of made me say, okay, now I see where he coming from. Not excusing his behavior, but now I see why he did it.
All right, I'm gonna play this from the news, and then I'm gonna see if I can find where he was in the car.
Responsible for a school shooting in Southeast Dallas yesterday is now behind bars, and the district has not given details about how that gun made it to campus or the circumstances leading up to the shooting.
Fox 4's Peyton May live this morning from Wilmer Hutchins High School with the latest on the investigation. Peyton.
Yes, Brandon, Tracy Haynes Jr. turned himself into Dallas County Jail last night and is facing felony charges. Now, according to an arrest warrant affidavit, a student let Haynes inside the school through an unsecured door around 1 yesterday afternoon. Police say he opened fire at a group of male students, striking 5 people. Dallas Fire Rescue took 4 to the hospital, saying 1 had serious injuries and the rest were non-life-threatening. This is the second time a shooting has happened at a school in just over a year, and parents are frustrated.
And thinking about taking them out of swimming homeschool because it's something I can't keep going through this as a parent.
The last thing anyone thinks when they're bringing their children to school, whether it's a high school or whether your spouse or significant other is going to work, is to think that these things are happening. But they do happen, and they shouldn't be happening.
Police don't know the motive for the shooting. Haynes is charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault mass shooting. His bond is set at $600,000. Now, school is canceled for the rest of the week, and counselors will be available on campus for students and staff who need more support. School will resume next Tuesday. Reporting live in Dallas, Peyton May for Good Day.
All right, Peyton, thanks.
Record, edit.
I want to see the video. Oh, is this him in the car?
Yep, I think so. I think that's the video right there. It should be.
In jail tonight, but in new video posted to social media, you are about to hear from
I
him
hope
for
they
the
play the
first
whole
time,
thing.
and in his own words.
Told me he was gonna kill me. All these told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened.
Tonight, police are investigating this video of the accused Wilmer Hutchins shooter, Tracy Haynes. WFA sources say was filmed shortly after gunshots wounded 4 of his classmates. Initially posted to Instagram, our sources confirmed the video's authenticity Wednesday. Police have not yet revealed a motive in this case, but those sources tell WFAA they are using this clip to investigate not only what happened, but also why.
I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing about it.
In the clip, Haynes never specifies exactly what he did, but does say he loves his nieces and nephews and that he believed people were going to kill him.
My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground.
WFAA also obtained and verified this surveillance video of the shooting from inside the high school. Watch as students scramble as Haynes, according to police,
the whole video.
Fired indiscriminately, then point blank at a fellow classmate.
My heart dropped, beating really fast.
All this new video comes as more witnesses come forward. Milton Nieto said shortly after the shooting, he unknowingly gave a hitchhiking Haynes a ride.
Kind of chilling, you know?
Nieto said he drove by a frantic Haynes who flagged him down and said he'd crashed his dad's car and asked Nieto to drive him to his father.
I don't want any trouble. I thought I was just helping somebody out.
Nieto said he took Haynes to a gas station where someone was picked up. Only later, when police showed up to his office to question him, did Nieto learn who'd been in his car.
The cops asked me, did he have the gun? And in my mind, I was like, I didn't even look for that. I wasn't even thinking that.
Hours later, Haynes turned himself into the Lew Sterrett jail, where he remains behind bars tonight, as investigators look for even more footage, more testimony, to piece together exactly how this happened. In Dallas, I'm Sydney Person.
With the help of Zero Small Business.
That's crazy.
So based off of what I did, the little investigation that I did, it started over a dice game.
What?
And yeah, he took some people's money because he won, and they was threatening to get, to get rid of him. And and he said, "Oh no, I'm not having that." And he took it upon himself to, handle that.
Well, why did
I have that whole video of him in his car if you want that.
But why you going to school acting up wildly, going wildly coyote at the school? Why they always got to get everybody else? Why you go get who you came for?
Well, I think some of them bullets, ricocheted towards other people that he wasn't directing at. They were treated, for their injuries, but because they were, standing by. He was not a member of that school, or he wasn't, attending that school. He got let in. So it was coordinated. Whoever it was, he wanted to track down right at that school where they were vulnerable enough. And it's an unfortunate situation, but I wish I could click and drag this video to you so you can wait, can I share this? I can share this video, right?
Yeah, we on StreamYard. You should be able to share it.
Hold on 1 second.
I don't know. It's just so much going on with these teenagers these days. Like
these YNs, boy, they scary.
Yeah, he was going through it mentally. I mean, keep in mind, he said he don't have his mother.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
Yeah, I have a cousin that happened to. He felt like everybody that cared about him had, transitioned, and he was 21, and he took his own life.
Oh man.
Wait a minute. Say 2.
Huh?
Why? I'm DMV with you.
Oh,
I hear it. You Baltimore.
I said it earlier. Definitely.
Yeah, I hear Baltimore.
Don't be telling everybody I be on here laying people out.
I was like, wait.
No, because my bad. No, I heard that accent and it caught me. I said, hold on, wait. She 45 minutes from home.
The tongue slip. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you said where you was from, she was like DMV.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I apologize. But yeah, she's very close to home.
Very much so. I love supporting them, even though we don't like to be considered part of the DMV, but the M is for Maryland, right?
The M is for Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And Baltimore is a part of Maryland. I mean, y'all ain't nothing but 45 minutes or 495.
Yeah,
the way I drive, I'll be there in 20.
Boy, you don't want to mess with them state troop balls out here, man.
That's if they could catch up. Now, I'm gonna hit the share button. Wait, where's the share button? Oh, present. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And then I can hit share screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see. Right here. Okay. Be careful sharing screen. Okay. Can you see it?
I think I gotta.
It says you gotta.
Yeah.
I think it's something on your side now.
Okay, I added it.
Okay. You can hear it?
I love all my peoples, man.
Yeah.
Nigga told me he was gonna kill me.
A little bit.
All these niggas told me they was gonna kill me.
Wait, you said you can't hear it?
It's a little low for me.
It's low for us.
Oh, I think that's the highest it could go. Just play it. We can hear it good enough, I guess.
That's all right. Open y'all ears.
Turn your phone up.
My peoples, man. Nigga told me he was gonna kill me. All these niggas told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love the nigga behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now, but I love y'all. This is my last time fuck around be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all, excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing shit about it. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. Kill myself, but I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love y'all. All right.
Yeah, you can hear the pain in his voice.
Yeah, it's a lot of pain. You could tell he was going through a lot.
Damn.
He was going through a lot. And again, I'm not saying that's excusing his behavior. But with not somebody that he could look up to beside him constantly or consistently, rather, that he could look up to, that he admires, that he could idolize, yeah, it's going to be, it can go downhill for a youngin' like that. It can.
I mean, what was his charges again? Did he get charged with? He didn't unalive anybody, right? I don't think any of them died, right? No.
I believe all of them survived. I'm not exactly sure.
So
Because I got sick and I wanted to follow up with it. That's what I was saying when you joined in the chat, and I was telling you I was going to do it yesterday, and I couldn't. I needed that time to do it.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely got to rest up and get yourself fully back to where you need to be. But
Yeah, I say once I hit this elliptical in probably another couple hours, I'm gonna be sweating again. So
Yeah, get them
I'm
toxins.
gonna be good.
Let them toxins out. Drink that water.
Get them electrolytes in.
I'm just trying to figure out what is going on with all of these school shootings. Like, is this like a trend?
Okay,
like,
because why are we joining in now? Dang.
Like, what the hell?
We leave that for them?
Because they're going to use that. Oh, well, what about the kid in Dallas?
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately.
Right.
That's going to be used against us.
All the
and
time.
he's misguided. Say it again. I apologize.
No, I'm sorry. I said they're going to always bring it up. Go ahead.
What, that he did that?
Hell
yeah, they're going to use that against us.
Every chance they get.
Because it's technically not a good thing. And there's no excuse for that type of behavior. Because it's not like he was threatened right then and there and he needed to, it was self-defense. He needed to defend himself.
Yeah, no, he
actually
left to
came
go get
there.
it and came back. Yeah, that's that's premeditative.
That's premeditated. That's right.
Why Angela recording that? So you know how we be trying to guess why the others might have went into school and went off like that, right? We be trying to guess their motive. He straight get on there and tell, and then somebody's recording him.
Yeah.
Like, who is you? You couldn't do nothing about it. You couldn't prevent this. You couldn't stop this. You couldn't do nothing.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why I be trying to when I do this teaching and I get an opportunity to to talk to the youngins and they be, Dane, I've been watching you since I was 16 and 15, and I talk to them and I got to immediately go into dad mode or or mentor mode because I got men and women when I talk to them, the young men and the young women. I talk to them and keep them motivated because I don't know what's going on in their life, but I know it can be rough, especially when they don't have anybody beside them that can guide them.
It's the hopelessness is what the problem is.
Yeah.
They don't have no hope. They ain't worried about nothing. It's like hopeless. They just feel hopeless. That's what it usually boils down to. Because if you have hope, then you'll know this ain't going to be it for all the time. So you would be more cautious of what you do,
That's true.
Our communities are missing a key factor that we used to have in the past. The saying was, it takes a village to raise a child.
It's
no
more
village.
No more village. Grandma outside with
the village is breaking.
Yes.
Hey, I'm grandma. I be outside.
I've been asked with a BBL. Like,
hey, if I could have stopped smoking, I would have had my BB in the house. Fanning my funk all over the place. Yes, I want my old body back. Shoot.
Hell, okay.
That's what the surgery was made for, y'all. For me, y'all. That's what the tummy tucks and all that. That's what that was made for. Not for 19, 20-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would do all of that when they barely hit puberty.
That's for me. That's for the ravages of childbirth, and the plastic surgery itself is for those who, maybe they have to graft skin and make you a new nose. It's really not for tweaks and stuff like that. That's really what it was meant for.
Me personally, I'm afraid for those women that do the BBLs. I'm afraid for them. Because I don't know what's going to happen to them when they get older because
it's still a foreign substance in your body.
In your bloodstream.
It's your own fat.
Now, I did hear that. Some people are saying that they are transferring.
That's what it was called originally. Fat transfer.
And then I also see that people were getting shots.
Yeah, that's something totally different. That's a foreign substance.
But a lot of people that do get their own fat transferred, because of the incisions and also migrating fat to places that it's not supposed to be, a lot of people say that there's like, I can't think of the name, necrosis. So your body starts to
That happens if it don't get. That's less often. It's the where the fat sleeps. The fat can seep into your veins and travel and.
And they say that some of them have a BBL smell that's hard to get away from.
That's what I was
I'm
hearing.
still trying to understand that, but
I
go
asked people that
ahead.
I know. All my surgery buddies had theirs already. But I was just joking. I didn't want the BBL. I just don't want the stretch
If
marks
you
anymore.
do, that's your decision. We
No,
have a right to,
girl, I don't. As opinionated as I am, you think I care about somebody else's opinion? Cause boo boo, if I felt like I was gonna lay with my butt up on that table, that's what I was gonna do. Well, nobody gonna talk me out of
We
that.
used to talk about wanting to do it all the time.
I know I did, but not that.
So how did, for example,
Not the
DC Young
BBL.
Fly's ex-wife or wife,
yeah.
how did she die?
She
DC
had
Young Fly, the comedian.
pre-existing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Having a surgery, but not her first.
She had pre-existing
Yeah.
heart conditions that she
So did
didn't
Kanye
get
West
proper
mom.
clearance for.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it neither.
I did. I knew
Certain
that.
these certain surgery. I mean, is anesthesia is a dangerous drug. Nonetheless, now if you have any type of issues, because even me, I had surgery last year. I went under anesthesia and they told me, my doctors know I do the devil's lettuce, and they told me to stop 2 weeks prior to the surgery just because I already have an accelerated heart and they didn't want to take any chances. I've overdosed in their hands before. So these drugs are very, 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 it's what I say, a thin line between life and death. Thin.
Yeah, getting put to sleep is, I mean, in general, like getting that surgery is one of the more dangerous cosmetic procedures. I mean, a lot of people survive it. And especially, I just think you just got to do your homework if that's what you're going to do. That's it. And just make sure that you're somebody that's qualified.
Certain things it's crazy to me because it felt like I had kind of a light bulb. This was before it was even popular. Like we was researching, it was like we wish, instead of getting the fat taken out of us and throwing it away, we wish we could use it, right? Years go past down the line, pops up Dr. Curves and Dr. Miami. I'm like, dang. Then some time go past, everybody started getting it. Then everybody started looking like ants, and everybody started looking the same. And I just was like, yeah. Oh, okay. But the tuck
remember.
would do me nice though. I would like to just tighten up the skin. I need the tuck.
I remember that video vixen lady. When I was a little younger, and she popped up on the scene on that video. I think it was an Outkast video. I Like the Way You Move.
Oh yeah.
She started
the
that trend.
one that was standing there with
Was
that.
it Buffy?
It was Buffy the
Buffy,
body.
yeah, Buffy the Body.
She said she had a natural body.
That was natural.
That's what she said. But people were not so open and honest about plastic surgery back then, so we would never know.
Yeah, and it wasn't readily available to the public like that. But when this surgery came up, I'm telling, a light bulb went off. Like, oh my God, they actually doing this. So we watched and started keeping up on how it was going. And then as it picked up more, and then it started these, I call them chop shops, started popping up. That's that's when all bets is off.
And wasn't that the trend of like getting the shots?
No,
yeah, people was
we wasn't looking into anything like that. You know what I mean? The plan was because, okay, women, especially at the multiple kids, your abs can tend to separate from the abdominal cavity because you stretch, right? Some women, our abs separate, so all the crunches and everything you do is not going to tighten that up. It's not going to do nothing for some of us have stretch marks. It's not going to do anything, for that. So we was looking more. It started out as looking for this, and then was like, well, dang, if we go get the lipo and they take all the fat out, why we want them to throw it away? that's just how we started looking at it. But we never looked into like injections, silicone. We wasn't. Those was the only options at the time, and we don't want to do that. Like put any foreign substances into our body. The problem usually come in is they was having a debate of whether the fat should go under your muscle or over the muscle. And the chance of a fat embolism. That's what it's called, a fat embolism. But that's because they go into the chop shops.
Yeah, a lot of the girls got shots. I believe Black China had got shots, and Cardi B for sure had got shots.
And all them ones who got them illegal shots, what they end up with? Lupus.
Yeah.
My wife said that Cardi B got shots.
Yeah, she did have.
And I was like, you sure?
Yeah, she did. She admitted to it. She did.
All of those strippers back in the day used to go into the hotel rooms and they would charge $500. I remember I knew a girl that was a stripper. I was friends with her brother. He was like a rainbow dude. And we used to like
That's who introduced you to the alleys, the rainbow dudes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and was a dancer, and she used to try to convince me to do that shit all the time. I was 17, and this bitch used to be like, "Come to the strip club," and she used to be like, "All you need to do is get some ass shots. Like I could take you to my home girl. It's $500." And I remember her going to get it done, and her laying down flat in a cab, coming back. Like it was just a whole. I'm so glad I never went down that route.
That's a no-no because they was injecting foreign materials. And then another reason why the girls was getting shot. First of all, back with the butt shots, the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift with the fat transfer was not available. Okay, that wasn't done yet. When they started with the legal injections, then if you go to the surgeon and let's say what they had at the time was probably like butt implants, right? And you get those, but they can only do it. You can only get it, but so big. So if they wanted to go and you want that big, some people really want that look, right? That exaggerated look. You have to go to somebody's back alley and get shot up with some Fix-A-Flat.
This is the reason why I thought all of us men thought Buffy the Body was real. But I think the reason why I said she started it is because a lot of women looked at that and said, wow, look at the attention she getting. And they went by, other means to get that done. But she was in shape on top of that. Like when I saw it, I didn't see like it could have been a silicone or anything. It looked a little muscle back there, to when based off of what I can recall, it looked legit.
Yeah, it was tone, but I doubt she was able to. I don't know, because there's women out there that I know that was built like that. You know what I mean? Naturally, but she just didn't give. I wonder what she said. I can't remember. I watched the interview with her not too long ago. But I don't
she's
remember.
Still around.
Yeah, she's still alive, as far as I know.
No, not alive. I didn't mean to say. I hope I didn't say that. I meant to say still around.
Talking, they was giving. It was something I was watching about video vixens or something.
Okay.
It was saying like how it was going through their like whole trajectory and how they started like kind of dying off and what some of them did besides that, like where are they now type of thing.
Melissa Ford is on a podcast with Joe Budden, and I don't like the way they treat her over there. It just seems like such a toxic environment for a woman. Like
she's out of place.
Yeah, it's like they be yelling and cursing and demeaning her, and I'm just like, I guess the check is good, but that's why I don't go on panels and podcasts with men that ask, because it's like, you're not about to get me up there and be trying to play me out, telling me I fucking hit the wall and asking me to rate myself. Bitch, please. I wish I would give me the time of day. I mean, but if you pay me enough, I might consider it, but then there would have to be some guidelines. Like, we're not about to talk about this. You ain't about to come at me crazy, or else I'm just gonna leave. Like,
I saw her walk out a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
She did. She walked out a couple times. When she had enough, she stood up. And I'm sure Joe Budden made up for that. Cut her another check.
That part. Because she definitely, she holds her own. I just feel like her being the only woman there, and then, of course, like having her background, and then she's not married, she don't have kids. Like, they throw that shit up in her face from time to time. It's just, I don't like it.
And she kind of soft-spoken. She not like, she ain't going to yell and holler with you. She don't do all that.
She do be checking them though. She do, but the fact that she has to so often is just off-putting.
Man, because they some alcoholic washed up rappers. Drug addict.
Yeah, they doing it for ratings. They doing it for views.
We already know how Joe is. He another one that talk like the Dry Eyes man. He didn't rap like him, but he talks like him. And yeah, and I told
Right.
God. You could tell he's scrambled upstairs, and he had a nice level of intelligence. I met him a couple times, but he is definitely a butthole.
To me, I think he's a part of the rainbow community, in my opinion.
I get that feeling.
The way he talks, I mean, he said he was a couple,
quite off.
but then he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not." Like, he kind of straddles the fence a lot. I remember one time he said he did something to his dog, like, which was so like, ugh.
Let the dog do something to him. People forgot about that, didn't they?
I don't know if I remember him saying that he fondled his dog.
I thought he let the dog lick his.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I heard him say
I thought that's what he said he did with the dog.
Hello?
That's crazy.
Talk about he was sleeping in a zone. He was on something, I guess, or something like that.
I didn't hear
Whatever
that
he did, it was. Once you put bestiality into it, I'm out. I'm definitely out.
Yeah, man, that's
I remember
crazy.
that, Love Jones. I remember that. I was like, wow, and they just let him live it down. But I remember too, his issues with women, and I remember where it started. Because if you remember, he doesn't have a great relationship with his mom. His mom didn't do right by him. I remember them actually having that out on the show, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm talking to his mom because I think his mom got like like a real short haircut, and it was like a blondish, like a platinum blondish color.
She was on here?
She looked like Carlos' sister. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Love and Hip Hop. You don't remember him talking to his, going back and talking to his mother and her apologizing, and I guess everybody just remember him beating Tahiri and the girl Kayla, but allegedly.
Yeah. Terrible.
And that girl was young. I'm still trying to figure out how he ain't get in trouble for that. Because she was every bit of 14, 15.
What?
When she started living with him. That's what she said. Her name was Kayla or Kylie or Kayla or something like that.
They get away with that in the industry a lot.
There you go.
It come back and bite him though, way later.
Do y'all think Diddy's gonna? Do you think Diddy's gonna get out?
No.
I don't know if get out is the word.
Yeah, no.
But they finna do something with him.
Yeah.
I think if he does get out, then they got something else for him to do.
Like goodbye. If he get out, his lights is gonna be turned off, y'all.
So either he going up to the ethers or he going to another prison.
Yeah, something. Did you hear his new little last ditch effort talking about they edited the Cassie video to make him look bigger and more demonstrative and but bro, you did the actions, and the last time I checked, even the smallest, skinniest man is going to be stronger than most women.
And Cassie is small. I've seen her in person a few times. She's really small.
Very frail.
Oh, Mr. Dane Calloway, you're a man. I have a question. What's with your species not taking accountability?
Some boys become men faster than some boys.
So you think they don't take accountability because of maturity?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, they say we don't take no accountability. The woman is not. We think we ain't never wrong. That's the consensus going around nowadays.
That's true as well. It plays both ways. It's maturity.
Yeah, none of us is perfect, so you're gonna make mistakes. So I look at it like, just chalk it up. I mean, women take deal about being wrong or getting somebody wrong or making a mistake. If it ain't kill nobody, or you know what I mean? Why you can't just admit, oh well, my bad, then I must have came off wrong. What's so hard about it? It's just like I notice a lot of parents do not like to apologize to their children.
That one.
That can make all the difference.
That part.
Pride. pride gets in the way. And sometimes, you know, the men want to lead, and then sometimes the women want to lead, and leaders will clash.
Yeah.
Especially within, you know, the same household. That happens a lot. You know, you can't dictate someone else's life. You know, marriage is I would say marriage is a job. It's a business. There we go. It's a business. Like you're going into business with your partner. Come to an understanding, an agreement. Come to a compromise. Yeah, I'll say that. In order for it to work out.
Everybody got to know their role for it to work out too.
That's another thing. I'm a little on the lucky side because my wife and I, we got married when I was 20.
Oof.
So I got a little lucky.
Yeah, y'all are like life partners for real.
Yeah, I did all my mistakes way in the past. That's why she cool with me. She knows me. She cool with me flirting with other women because she know I will only go but so far.
Yeah, you do be flirting. I didn't even know you was married.
I plead the fifth. I am new. I am new. I don't know nothing. I am new.
That is hilarious.
I was messing with Dane last time he was in the chat.
Help.
But you, Dane, we you know we going rib and roast because they get too deep over here. Then the haters be hating super hard.
That is
yeah. I'm just glad that she is open like that to let me know. You know, she know my ways, and you know what, baby, it's okay. Go ahead and flirt with them, just as long as you're not. And she know I'm not. I'm not about to be going to their home. They not, you know, I'm not about to be sneaking around. Right. It ain't gonna be none of that.
It ain't nothing wrong with acknowledging, but can she do the same?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
She's a beautiful woman.
All right. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. I'm cool.
Okay, cause like so y'all can't take what y'all dish out. The moment.
Faith, stop it.
Man,
what?
That's not me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think it's a problem when men not looking at my
man
woman.
in the category with these dusties.
I'm not putting him.
He can't even think from a dusty point of view.
I'm not saying him. I'm just
I think it's
trying
an
to figure
issue
out.
when my wife step out her car and men not looking at her. It's a problem. I want men to be looking at my wife. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you. That one.
Because you know you got pride.
Exactly.
Got a pride.
And to me, the way we look at it like we got bragging rights.
Yeah, you showing off.
That's the type of relationship we got. It's like it's my best friend, you know, at the same time.
I love that.
That is so cute.
And then you know what? It's messed up too because marriage really not supposed to necessarily be a business, but in the society that we set up in, it's really supposed to be a covenant under God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
the way society has gone.
That's what I'm saying. Society
it has changed.
Business arrangement. Yeah. We need to bring back the bride price, man.
Oh, that
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm worth the land and some cows, goddammit.
Why we don't?
Because we
don't want cows and goats, but you need to have some money.
At least.
Right now, I would go for a chicken and a rooster. We'd be good.
Okay, just give me a little bit. I already got a garden in the making. I have a turtle.
Oh my God.
Just give me my little 40 acres and a chicken coop and my horse. I'll be good.
That's what I'm saying, shorty. That's what I'm saying. Can we get a little, give me a little plot, little single family, little rancher.
Give me a little piece of corner land.
Yes.
Mama needs land.
They don't own nothing because our grandmothers and them sold it to everybody. Great grandma and them sold all the moms and pops.
We coming back.
Some was taken and some was taken and some was burnt down, but a lot of them they got to a point they just sold it.
They didn't know no better, and a lot of their backs were up against the wall, unfortunately.
Yeah, the
Some.
prices was up. Taxes went up.
Not all.
Yeah.
Some of them did know. Some of them knew better.
Some of them say they just want to take the money and go.
That's
And
Yeah, they
that
felt as
messes
though it
it
was a
up.
headache.
Oh, this store opened up around me. Da, 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 da. You'd be surprised who supports gentrification and who don't.
That's why I was so glad my grandfather passed me his land right before he left too. And so thankful for that because it could have went
back to
we got way too much land to be handing over to the government.
Man, my people sold theirs by the time just before it was coming to us.
wow.
I'm like, well, but the mothership coming for them, so they ain't worried about what, going on now. So I guess
You got
that's
any
how I have to
churn?
look at it. Yes.
Okay.
Yep, children and babies. Yep, sure did. I got kids and grands.
Oh, you grandma.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Kinda.
I'll be there soon.
They be mad at me because I'm not look. I'm almost done and I really ain't in the rocket chair yet. But like I tell them, you should have waited until I actually sat down before you made the decisions that you've made. I mean, I ain't really sat down yet. I mean,
For real. You
becoming
still
a grandma at a young age don't mean I got the time to be running. Huh? What you about to say?
I said you still youthful, like you outside.
I know, and they mad at me for it, but I ain't ready yet. Ain't nobody tell them do that. We told them don't do that. 2 weeks later, they did it.
Oh, not later.
You think I'm gonna sit? And I do got me an antique rocking chair in my room, but when she see me pull that joint back out and sit in it, that's when you'll know that I'll be babysitting. Other than that, you on my time.
That part.
Ain't nobody help me with my later in life, baby.
Man, we were trying to scare our children not to have children yet. Trying to get them to get right first.
It don't even work.
We'll try. It's the way I got scared. I don't know if scared is the word, but being an elder sibling and I was a babysitter most of my life, I was like, yeah, this is a lot.
That's how I felt, Faith. But guess what? Cover your ears, Dane. Niggas is sneaky out here. They so sneaky. I had this wasn't the trajectory. A blessing nonetheless, but this was not my trajectory. But it's all good. It's all good. I get to see
Yeah,
my genes, duplicated.
I'm not gonna lie, because somebody just mentioned it. When I looked at your picture, I didn't think grandma.
Yeah, I was a grandma when I first met her too.
Wait a minute. Why I opened Instagram and they said that Kim Kardashian is a front runner for the lead role in the remake of The Bodyguard, which
Oh
originally
yeah, I heard about that. That thing can't act. I punch her in her throat.
and she can't sing. Oh no! If
Nah,
she
they not gonna do that. They better not.
No.
Oh my God!
I think that's a gag.
I'm protesting. I'm staging a fucking protest if they cast Kim Kardashian.
They not gonna do that.
This got to be
They
for
better
publicity stunt. Oh, the Pope died.
But I never get grandma. When I'm out with my kids, I get because they don't look
Pope-
like me. I don't get grandma. I don't even get that I'm their mother. I'm like the sister, or I'm always somebody else. Well, really, I'm just a little old lady for real.
You know what's crazy
But I
about
ain't
that?
hit no wall, so don't let them tell you you hit the wall, okay?
That part.
She said it's giving pretty women. Well, thank you. Do that laugh with them big teeth like she did.
I cannot.
Oh yeah, he was 88.
Yeah, I'm looking
88.
at that. Yeah, the Pope Francis passed away.
Let's pray it was natural
So
causes.
who's his duplicate predecessor?
Not the
That's what
duplicate.
I'm wondering.
Yeah, because they all be looking the same and everything.
Help.
It's probably a cousin or somebody. They be related.
No, probably.
That's a mess. Looking up to a regular man.
mean,
They
he
show
had
him
that seat
smacking
for a
somebody
while
hand
too.
too. Huh?
I mean, he is 88.
I said he had that seat for a while. It had to have been
Yeah.
like early 2000s.
Dang.
I
Yeah.
want to say like 2010, 2011, something like that.
I think so.
Something like that. Hold on, I think I'm wrong. Oh no, 2013.
13.
Yeah.
Mm.
Had it
I
for a
wonder
while.
do he want to be frozen like Walt Disney, or is they gonna just bury him right?
Not frozen.
Yeah, girl. They be, they waiting for cryogenics to bring him back. That's crazy. I mean, but that's acceptable in a way to me because he's 88.
Yeah, so he lived his life.
A full one. Treated like
He
a
was the only
god.
pope to admit that he did us as the indigenous people wrong, and he
Mm.
apologized.
We were literally talking
And it's
about that
funny he
earlier.
passed right after, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
It goes back to their doctrine, the doctrine of discovery. That's
Yeah.
dealing with them, the Vatican.
Yep. But they ain't gonna be able to do nothing to them. People be following them and believing all of that. I don't believe in the power of no one man. That ain't gonna happen. Not for
It's a
that.
little
Not to
eerie.
be worshipped like a god. Yeah, it's creepy.
And look, and it's a little eerie that he let me make sure that was yesterday. Because wasn't yesterday Easter? Oh no, is today Easter?
It was yesterday. Well,
It was
technically
yesterday.
the day before, since we're in another
It
day.
ain't the next day till I go to sleep and wake up, but yeah.
So Easter was yesterday. Wait, but
Yeah,
it's
see,
Easter
I was
Monday.
asleep.
So it's still Easter. So it's Easter Monday right now, according to the calendar. And then yesterday was Easter Sunday. So I guess it's still Easter.
And then everybody was high yesterday, right? They was smoking 420.
Definitely was. I still is. That's why I'm gonna choke to death when Faith asks you them questions.
Go sit right now, nigga.
Yes, I need my rabbit food.
Faith, I'm not trying to put you out there, Faith, but your avatar reminds me of something like you a gamer.
A little bit. Just a wee bit. But I did make the avatar myself.
Okay. Now the reason why I said that is because my oldest daughter is a game developer, and she did a game that looked similar to this avatar, like that. They look alike.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it went viral on this thing called Roblox or Roblox. Hold on, wait.
Roblox.
Yeah, she's one of their developers.
Oh wow!
And that game
What?
went viral, and it looked like that.
Oh
What
wow!
did you do to nurture her on that path? Because my youngest is headed to that path. Like I'm putting her in a visual arts magnet program and stuff like that. He into stuff like that, stop motion, game design.
Well, I started her with learning graphics with me, and then I bought her a computer, and then I grabbed a bunch of books for her, and that's downstairs in my library. I would have to start grabbing those books, but my son has the majority of them now because he's in that field. My older son, he's learning it now. It's coding and graphic design, but it's mainly coding.
I'm in that class. Fuck. They had a free coding class, and I didn't understand what that was about, and I didn't put.
That's extremely important.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But look, my oldest daughter just turned 20.
Whoa. Wow.
And she got her
That's
house.
really
She got her own house.
Mine's older than that.
But do you know
I was
she
so
has
proud of her.
plans?
She was able to move into her own house before she turned 20.
That's a bomb.com.
That's dope. That's dope.
First of all, it would have been a Tesla, but I talked her out of it. I said, baby, get the house first. But here's why. And made sure she started her trust and everything. She got it good though.
Yes,
that's what's up.
That's good.
Black
I don't know why the
excellence.
young generation love them Teslas. I can't stand
Lately,
them.
they want to see if they can drive by itself for some reason.
That's dangerous.
It is, but you see them doing it, filming TikToks in the car driving, and they on the other side eating. Not
I
saying
don't
niggas
got
do
that much
I'm
faith
just
in
saying
that.
why they like them.
I don't have to. First of all, I'm too worried. I live in Florida. Once again, we stay flooding every 2 business days when it rains out here. So that and the battery, that's a bomb waiting to happen. No, thank you.
Yeah, nah, it's dangerous.
They can't even figure out how to do certain things. I'd be daggone. They can't even get GPS right. You think I'm gonna let this car drive me somewhere? Like, no. I pass on that too. I ain't messing with none of that. The robotics, I don't need no robotic person. What's that? Who they say got a they said that what's his name? Lamar Odom got he got a doll made that looked like Chloe.
Yeah. Oh my Jesus.
Wow.
Not the
His
dog.
companion doll looks like Chloe.
Oh my Lord.
And that was that old basketball player that was obsessed with his girlfriend or something like that. Or was that his wife?
They
I
was
don't know.
married, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know.
I think him and Chloe was married. Chloe
And he was
Kardashian.
crackhead. Remember, he had overdose at the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, something was wrong with him. Like,
Yeah, he was a crackhead.
Definitely. Definitely.
a lot of them got sprung out on drugs. He not the only one.
That's because you got to deal with. That's the consequences of some of the sacrifices that you may or may not have made.
A lot of people are not. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just wanting to say they're not financially well put together. They're not familiar with what they should be doing with their funds in order to keep it. A lot of people, the faster they come in, the faster it's leaving out.
People leaving their hands, yo.
Yeah, but they got money and still be here now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They blowing it though. Not only on drugs, bad business decisions, and they get sprung out and they lose everything. Like Chloe was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she was helping them. If I'm not mistaken.
That's what
She was helping them get the financial, but we ain't gonna say nothing about how they drain the life out of a man and send them crazy.
Yeah, I don't like neither one of them. Like to me, I don't see what all the hype is.
Me either. Thank God somebody said
I've seen better.
What's the point?
I've seen better corn tapes for free. I'm just saying.
Not the corn tape, girl.
And not that I watch them, I just seen better.
Man, if you gonna point at a white woman and tell me she beautiful, let me get 2003 Angelina Jolie. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The baddie.
With them lips. Oh my goodness. She had a little body on her. I would have to agree with you, but Kim ain't white. She mixed. Why do you keep calling her white? She's not white.
I don't know what she is.
Because her father is what? Her father was Armenian, right?
That's the
yeah. My mom. Believe it or not, my wife did a video on them, and I asked her to hold up on it because she did their genealogy. But they were okay. Let me tell you what happened. They're gonna lie and say that they was getting her father's oil money. So I'm gonna jump ahead and just let you know that they were basically receiving checks because they were claiming that they were Native American.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, I heard about that. That's true, Dane.
It is true. Yeah, my wife investigated it. Yeah.
Wow.
And I asked her, hold up. She go put it on her channel, but that was a while ago though. This was about a year and a half ago, and I was begging her, please don't do it just yet.
And they were stealing from a lot of black celebrities too.
Absolutely.
They hit Ray J and them up, stole from him. They did something. How they ain't do time for that embezzlement? I heard it was over 120,000 or something like that.
Because they sleeping around.
Man, that magic got to be strong though. In the dark way, they must be using their own alchemy. Love Jones, the one that belongs to their people. You know what I mean?
Y'all remember when Prince kicked her off the stage when she ain't want to dance?
Who?
Prince.
He kicked who off the stage?
Oh yeah, Kim Kardashian. I remember
Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian been around for a long time.
Yeah, I know. That's Paris Hilton,
That
homegirl.
sounds so wicked.
But yeah, he kicked her right off the stage because she ain't want to dance. Brought her on stage and she ain't dance. You talking about Prince? Come on, bro. Don't disrespect
She
Prince.
can't dance. She's so bland. Now that's a beige. She beige. She
Hell,
gives beige. Her house, her clothing lines, it don't be no color.
yeah, ain't no
I,
personality.
that's not
Ain't
a
no.
wife. I can slap Kanye's face. I don't know why somebody
He
will
did this
marry
to
any one of
himself.
them.
He did this to himself.
Truly did.
He wanted it, he got it. And then he crying, talking about his black kids. No, baby, they're your mixed kids. We can't
That
save them.
part. Kanye is a mess.
He should have stuck with that black girl he was with. What was her name?
I forgot her name, but he let her go. She was pretty.
And I
That
feel
was
like he
before
still
he,
deep
or
down in
even
his
after
heart
he had
misses
that
her.
accident.
He missed her.
She was real pretty. I liked
Yes,
her.
she was. Cute as a button. He ain't want that. He wanted to chase Kim K. Like, I'm like, that's what you
With her
do.
fake butt. You talking about BBL? She got a fake butt too. Man, all of our man, there's so many beautiful, needy women. You
But she getting that
tripping, boy?
removed.
Huh?
She getting that removed. That fakeness. She getting skinnier and skinnier. Her butt getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
And I see Lala hanging around her a lot too.
Yeah, they've been friends for a little minute.
I didn't know that. I used to have a slight, I used to think Lala was all right.
Lala is beautiful. And she's aging quite well. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think Vivica got that BBL at 60?
Not at
Vivica A. Fox? I need
Yeah.
to see her.
You ain't see it?
Mm-mm. I haven't seen her in a long time.
She took Ozempic because she lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, but her butt is huge. You ain't see it?
I seen it.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I thought Vivica always had a nice little.
She ain't had no butt. She had a nice
I
body,
don't
though.
know.
For what you
Maybe, I don't
consider a
know.
nice body, like a nice slim body. The boobs was hers, and she been messing with her face too.
I got to see her. I haven't seen her in
You
years.
gotta look it up. Look it up. It's really going around because 50 said something about it too.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course,
right.
we
They
ain't
used
gonna
to
let a
date.
moment pass. Yeah, she still say she love him for real, and he get on her every chance he get. I said, now I ain't gonna wait and try to be 60 and go get no surgeries now. I'm just gonna live with this tree bark if that's what it's gonna be.
I thought
I
50
just want to
Cent
wear
was
a
going to be
crop
the one
top.
to marry Nicki Minaj.
That would have made so much sense.
I
Who?
could have sworn they was going to do it.
50 and Nikki.
Who married Nicki?
50? I thought 50 Cent was going to marry Nicki.
He was messing with Nicki?
He wasn't messing with her. Because Nicki was messing with Nas. But I thought
Nicki was
I thought
messing
50
with
was going to marry
Nas?
her. Yeah, Nicki had Nas for a second.
What? Why I don't remember that?
And speaking of Nas, Khalees look. Y'all seen Khalees?
She still look, and she own her own restaurants. She do spices. She do natural herbs that she send.
I
Almost
ran
like,
into her the
on a
last
Dr.
time I was in
Sadie
LA. She looked good. She
Yeah.
didn't. I can't even tell how old she is. She looked that good.
She
She looks great.
This is Vivica Fox, y'all.
Show her in that white outfit. She got a white outfit on. She coming into this event and she got this white outfit on.
Oh, that's probably
Type in Vivica BBL and see what come up.
Not the Vivica and BBL.
Yeah, because everybody been talking about it. Like this recent, she had on this all white outfit. She was coming into this event, and her butt was like sitting out. I said, well, I mean, she's 60. Maybe it was some, I don't know. Maybe she had it looked like she had a big pamper on to me, but
I gotta see it. Yeah,
50
Lisa Ray
definitely said
always
something
gonna look
about
good.
it. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I like Lisa Ray personality. That's what make her cute too.
She rugged.
Yeah, I like her. She kind of passive aggressive. I like that.
The bread is pretty too. Nope, that ain't it. But dag, she had on white pants. But
is it this?
Let me see.
It's
See,
not
yep,
showing.
yep, yep. See down at the bottom, she got the white pants on. Everybody talk about she had a BBL. She was coming to that event. She got that white right there. That's what
Oh,
everybody
it's
talking
not
about.
in. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's not matching.
They
The
saying that's
ratio
what they
not.
saying. 50 said
Yeah.
something to her about it. T commented on it. Here she go walking into there. Yep.
Oh,
Mm.
that video.
Her thighs need to be bigger.
Yeah, I've
She
seen the
got pencil legs, and she ain't known for no big old butt. She was beautiful though.
She lost so much weight. She used to look big. Like she was kind of bigger than
She
that.
puffy looking now, but I mean she is 60. She still look good for 60. But the
She's
BBL is crazy.
Oh
But
yeah,
they be
she did
talking
get a
about
little.
she got something done.
She had Ozempic, had to, because she was bigger
No,
than
but her
that.
butt, yo, you don't lose weight. And trust me, when you lose weight, usually if you don't, your butt ain't gonna just grow. You're gonna lose that too.
Yeah, that's true.
You see them legs?
Yeah, them legs is not matching. That's
No.
not. Nah,
And you
that
see
ain't
how
it.
it's poking out. 50 even said something about it. He commented when they first put the video out.
Yeah, you gotta see when they do that. They gotta make sure them legs matching. Make sure that ratio right,
Yeah, you got to put.
or it's
You
gonna look
supposed to put
off.
on a little bit of weight for the. But I think they be wanting to look like that.
Just do some squats. That's all ladies gotta do is squats. You gonna get the butt.
Nuh-uh.
Shoo.
Actually,
I be doing the squats in my. Well, I don't really eat like I'm
You
supposed
have you seen my wife?
no.
to.
And I'm telling you, no BBL, no nothing. All she do is squats.
I do
I mean,
squats
of
in
course,
the
she do other
heels with the
exercises,
weights.
but
I ain't
man,
fussed
listen.
about that though. I just want these stretch marks gone. These kids been took my behind. I ain't worried about having one.
Lord.
I'm sorry, cause to me, when I had it, I was teased for it, called fat, cause everybody was skinny and didn't have no shape. And then now that it's not the same, it's like a whole different shift. So sometimes it go with the trend. And I ain't really into all that. I just want a smooth midsection. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for. Tweaks on the nips and tucks. All that extra stuff and looking like that. I don't think I want all that in my life. But I ain't gonna lie, my girls, they got it. They look good. They don't look outrageous. We've been around them and they do not stink because they're not leaking anything. You know what I like? You probably stink
That's
while you're
nasty.
healing, but that's with any surgery. Like it smells um blood dried stinks, right?
Mm.
I mean, afterwards, with any surgery, you're gonna smell funny, especially with certain things. But if somebody is really
Even in the
stinking and they
hospital,
got
they
some
say
type of
that.
infection going on, to say like BBL stink is just wild to me. Now all the BBL stink. So everybody just been walking around clapping stinky cheeks.
Oh,
I don't think they
No,
all
thank you.
stink. Some of them
I
do, because
refuse to
people.
believe it.
I don't think
Yeah,
all.
some do, yes.
I'm trying to think. Have I ever been around anybody with BBL?
I have, and I know it for sure. Cause all my surgery girls got theirs already.
So you can smell it outside of their clothes.
Nope, I haven't smelled none of them.
No, it was just people on the internet was talking about this woman had went viral saying how her BBL was so rancid that she had to like get it removed, and then
And
other
she
people
lost her man.
that they knew people with bad smelling BBLs. Like people
And then
just
that
talking
just picked up like
about, yeah.
it's stink. Like
But
all BBL.
say that, but then some people say they never smell nothing. Everybody
Yeah.
has different accounts, but so many people got that. I think it's just gonna be different from person to person.
Yeah. And what makes the death rate higher is because they was getting the surgery at a higher rate than any other surgery. Because it was a trend. So of course the numbers of deaths are going to be higher. Rest in peace to those ladies who just wanted, to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, it's sad.
But that's just what happens. The numbers gonna go up if you got more people getting those surgeries, than any other surgery, and it's booming at the time because it's trending. You're gonna have the death toll is gonna be higher, right?
At one point.
Jackie O earlier. That was the guy's wife. Young Fly.
Yeah. And what and Kanye's mother died. She was getting a tummy tuck, but she was told not to do it too. And some people will go and find. Sometimes them doctors, if they're real doctors, they will tell you if you can't have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go and then like some people, like how we see these people with what we consider ridiculous. They got the real big lips and the real big butt, and they go to botched and ask the botched people to make it bigger, and they say no. They find somebody who will do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, hey, look. Hey, look. Couple tweaks and twigs. There's certain things that I'm sorry for some of us. It's certain things that exercise is not gonna fix.
Facts. Like,
Especially with the abs separation. I will never see my abs again. Come on now. I can work as hard as I want to,
I'm
but I will
telling
never
you,
see my abs again.
I actually had
it's not hard. I'm telling you, what you could do as long as you're doing it at least 3 times. Correction, at least 3 days out of the week.
Yep, 3 days a week. It tighten up, it go down, but the things that is left behind.
everything else go down but my stomach. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
after MMA and ballet. My stomach refused to disappear, and I'm just like, bro, this can't. I know there's a 6-pack under all of this fat. Like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, because you probably don't have the muscle separation because you don't have no kids.
I didn't went up and down in weight so many times. If you just got to be motivated to get rid of the weight, you'll be able to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's just dedication.
I like being a little juicy. I'm sorry, but our men like it a little juicy. You gotta have something soft and squishy on you. That's what I've noticed. Even if you slim, it's got to be something they can. The parts that we hate the most, our men to grab the most. Like
No, like for real.
they always grabbing you. You be, oh no, stop doing that. They be like, what's wrong with
Talking
it?
about the love handles.
They like
Yes.
every part that we don't want to see is the parts that y'all go and grab on, poke, pull, smack.
Like, so much fam. Like, big no sense be assaulting my belly button. Like, why?
Oh my god. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I'm tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need some rest, Dane. I hope you feel better.
Yeah,
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
me
about to be
too.
working out anyway. I'm about to sweat.
Yeah, sweating
All right.
going out, bro.
I'll be well, man. I can say tomorrow. I'll be back in a few hours when I wake up.
Okay.
She gonna jump up like, oh, let me get on live.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Take
Love
care.
to all y'all.
Later, Dan. Later, Mia. Later, Faith. Good night, guys. Good night, SM. Son. St. Marquez. Good night, guys. Juicy Peach. I'll see you all mañana. Good night, Monica. Well, good morning. Yes, good morning. I'm saying good night like it's not 5:38 a.m. Good morning. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Later, Empress. All right. Later. Okay, later.